intrepid cave dwellers in a quest to hunt down the wanderers, the reason for people suddenly and seemingly spontaneously leaving their homes, their community, to enter the hunting grounds and then vanish, never to return. They left 4 days after the most recent wanderer had done so, Neat's Waterfinder, the young man they're on the trail of. They entered a cavern and fought some spiders, I think. Was it spiders? No. There were frozen spider statue thingies later. Spiders. What was the thing you guys fought in the first session? There was a slime.
Rats.
Yes. Extremely overpowered rats. Then there was a slime very briefly. They did some explorations. They discovered a campsite with a dead body, a long dead body, and then uncovered what appears to be a coffin, like a coffin entrapped by some sort of ritual. They did not explore the reasons behind those things, but they did loot the body at least. So they've got some rings and some coins of unknown metal typing. They did not take the most expensive item on the body, the clothes, sadly. Then they left. They took the other route, snuck their way past what appeared to be either very still or statuesque spiders, and bypassed a potential encounter there. They walked over a not very long, but also not exactly well-made wooden bridge over just a big kind of gap in the floor. Someone tossed a rock down and heard an angered screeching. They decided not to explore this either. Yeah, just like that. Then they found a narrow river, or perhaps creek, maybe a stream, and followed that as it was flowing through the cavern, and they followed it upriver. Hunting through the darkness there, they followed and eventually lost the trail of Neat's Waterfinder, who had seemingly entered the stream himself. Following the stream into a large open chamber that was filled with vegetation, which is very uncommon so far in the underground. They followed the stream to its potential origin on top of a raised dais-like platform, where they found a dying dragon of immense size. Now, in character, they don't know that it's a dragon. They're not familiar with the creature type, the mythical beast known as dragon. They just know that it's an extremely large, winged creature that seems to be capable of speech. And according to this giant winged creature, it was sent by the gods from those above, which a couple of the characters know as part of like history and story, were like the deities from before the surface was lost. We closed the session as the dragon, or the giant winged beast, was effectively breathing its last breaths and offered them a boon from the gods above. They saw the expanded series of symbols above their heads. Corvia very briefly tried to like lightning fast through all the ones that he knew, which is the vast majority of them. Only 4 did he not recognize. And then we left off there with the like Corvia rattling off, oh, this is so and so, the god of such and such, over and over and over and over, and they considering their choices. We pick up today with the conclusion of that scene, while the players look over their heads, listening to Corvia rattle off the gods and their brief descriptions. You know that you have just bare moments before the great winged creature before you dies. You frantically cast your eyes over the symbols, taking into consideration what little Corvia gave you, and we see Cole step forward first, making a quick decision, seeing a symbol that he feels comfortable and familiar with, and raises a hand toward what appears to be a very nondescript black mask. It separates itself from the golden floating symbol grouping, floats down, and simply solidifies a nondescript leather mask with a leather tie. Next up, in a hurry, knowing that she's got no time to waste, Rezagale steps forward as well and raises a hand toward a black disc with deep purple borders. The symbol separates from the others, then shatters into dark, twinkling stars that coalesce into a cluster of black gemstones on silken thread. Next, Corvia steps up, looking hesitant. Knowing the most about all of these, Corvia is momentarily racked with indecision, as there are many good options. In the end, he reaches out a hand towards a two-faced coin. The silver coin separates and vanishes from the sky, appearing to land just inches from his hand on a simple silver band necklace. It's like not necessarily a collar or a choker. It's just like, but it's solid metal. There's no like links of any kind. It just sits here, then just kind of sits on the back rather than having an actual clasp of any sort. From which this two-headed coin dangles. Fourth, we see Erinar step forward, having many choices in her mind. She looks towards several symbols, but finally settles on what she hopes, or what she was told, is the symbol of a tracker god. She reaches forth towards a starred bear's paw. For those of you looking at the screen, not all of those symbols are in my image here. D&D Beyond only has like 30 of the 40 symbols, and I just collected those. But I gave you the list of all the available. So this is a starred bear's paw. The paw walks itself from its setting amongst its friends and into her hand. The glow concentrates and molds into a simple metal compass on a leather loop. Overhead, a piece of the night's darkness and the wind through the moss separate themselves from their brothers, dive into the compass, which glows softly. Finally, oldest and wisest, or perhaps the most senile and forgetful, Teddy, Theodore Sweetcakes, surveys the symbols, raises a hand and gestures for a large tome marked by a snowflake or perhaps a navigation wheel. It spreads wide, revealing infinite pages of knowledge and power. It separates from the others. The glowing symbols begin to coalesce and reform, looking to be something like a spool of twine or thread. But as you gaze upon that soft, divine glow, a blast of cupcake sprinkle-filled gray energy slams into the blessing from the god. The incomplete energy begins to shake and shudder before shattering momentarily, and the look on Theodore's face is one of shock. The blast is emitting from his hand, but it doesn't look like he's doing it on purpose. The blast fades, leaving the blessing reshaped before him. Where once floated a spool of magical thread, now stands a large knitting needle, shakily wobbling through the air and landing a few feet away from Theodore as he has to dive forward to snag it before it hits the ground.
Oh, my back!
The great winged beast changes his facial expression in a way that you are unfamiliar, drawing back the corners of his enormous lips and revealing row upon row of terrifying teeth. Out of character, he's grinning or smiling in some way, but in character, this thing's got teeth the size of your face, and in no way can that not look intimidating. And exhales for the last time.
Oh, rip.
Well, the pet's gone.
There went the pet. Damn it.
He'll live on in your heart. It's okay.
Well, it seems that my pet has died as quickly as I had him.
Yes, your pet.
We see Cole silently crying in the midst of the pool, saying goodbye to his momentary companion.
That's cute.
I loved you so much.
Oh.
Did you give him a name, Cole?
Skelly.
Skelly. All right. Okay.
Skelly. That's all I had.
All right.
Scaly.
Well, anyway, what's this do?
Well, that was quick.
Well,
Moving
moment of affection over. So returning to the scene at large here, you're still, for the most part, let's say you all kind of got into the pool area to do the blessing. So maybe you're all standing in like a rough line over here in front of the dying beast. It's not necessarily this exact straight line, but you're approximately in this area. The beast dies, the last of its blood begins to seep into the pool, and it no longer breathes into the area. You spot at the very far end of this region, as some of you are moving into the pool, maybe you spotted what looked like an indentation that might lead to a cave or cavern of some sort. But other than that, nothing is happening aside from what was before. You hear the bats, you hear the insects, you see the little dots of like a bioluminescent cave moss and stuff like that.
I'm gonna walk over to that little opening and just kind of check it out, see if I can see anything inside of it.
Okay. At the moment,
I follow.
if I remember correctly, oh wait, no, I think, does someone have a torch out?
I
No.
don't remember. I don't.
No, because we didn't need it.
No,
this
no
time.
torches. Yeah, we don't have any bodies right now.
So Pepper, you can't see anything.
But I can.
Not
Or
yet.
is it only when I act? Okay, can I? Let's rewind a little bit.
Do
So let's talk about the items. Remember, there's a very particular word that I put in all the descriptions, and it says attuned. For my two non-new players, that you should know what that word means by now. But for the other three of you, attunement is an action that you take in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, that is like says I have bonded, at least temporarily, with this magical item, and you can only have so many magical items attuned to you at a time. That number is 3, so you can have you can have any number of generic magic items, like a +1 sword, but a +1 sword of fucking dragon eyeball stabbing usually requires attunement, and you can only have up to 3 of attuned slots. So when you attune an item, if it is attunable, that takes an hour. It's basically part of a short rest. And once you've done so, normally you learn what its properties are. And I hesitate there because that's not always the case. Cursed items and artifacts and stuff like that don't always share their full power. But in general, when you attune an item, you learn what it can do.
Okay.
So at the moment, you have these items, and they feel strong. You can feel the holy energies, but they don't do anything.
If I put mine on my face like it said,
Mhm.
is that going to activate anything? I'm just going to be wearing it, right?
And as far as you don't know. In character, you don't know.
Right. Okay. All right.
So we have to attune, to understand.
I'm just gonna. I always feel like it's not even intuitive that I should put it on my face, but
It's
I'm gonna
really
do
not.
it.
I mean, like, would you even imagine your character would assume that this is a piece of jewelry designed to be worn like that? Because it looks like a necklace.
Yeah, it does seem like a necklace. That's why I was like, I'm not really sure. I mean, I can
Have
still
a
attune
mess.
with it during wearing a necklace, right? I mean, it's not gonna.
Right.
I just have to be wearing it on my face. I don't know. I'm like so on the fence because it's like if I just put it around my neck, like why would I ever change that up? You know?
Well, when you attune it, you'll learn that that's how it's supposed to work.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put it around my neck for now.
All right. We have now established that Rezagale, very confident about putting random items on her body immediately. If in the future Pepper hesitates when she thinks it's cursed, I'm gonna be like, you remember this time?
Listen, okay? Like, I mean, I just selected it, like, I don't know.
True.
I'm excited.
I'm on board.
I'm in the moment.
I'm
like,
good. I'm happy for it.
God. I'm greedy,
I
you know?
I mean, last time you played a rogue, you put on everything I gave you too. So like, whatever.
I don't know what you want from me, okay? If I become a blood demon this time, I'm not sorry this time.
You weren't sad about it last time.
I loved it, so that was a really great time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's definitely how this is gonna go.
Okay.
So I guess I can't technically see into the cave.
You can't see
Is there
anything.
enough?
Like you walked out when you could see when the symbols were up, that because that was like they were big glowy symbols. The symbols have now faded. That whole thing's over. You see nothing except for the little bioluminescent worms up in the sky.
I'm gonna go ahead then and light my sun torch. Just so I can see at least some distance.
Okay. All of you should see a sun torch time counter in your character sheets on the right side in the resources section. For most of you, this is still at 4, but 2 of you have unwrapped your torches, and those numbers are different.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Boom. Torch is up. You've got 30 feet of vision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does not stretch far enough that you would know the cave exists.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna kind of walk around. So like I would be coming over here, just
You'll
like
explore the area a little bit and then spot
Exactly.
the cavern, then be like, ooh, what's that? And head in that direction. Okay.
yeah.
I'm
Uh,
gonna follow. I'm gonna follow her. Or yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
follow her.
I'm
Okay,
also
before
gonna
I-
look around like the outside of that cavern, just to see if I can notice any inscriptions. I'm sure it's probably just earthy, but just in case.
What about the other 3?
Before I follow, I take out my deer skin from my pack and then pour the water out and take the dragon's blood and bring it along with me.
How are you harvesting this blood? Or maybe a better question, why are you harvesting this blood?
I feel like it could be used if it's to scare off other creatures. If it's this big, it has a predatorial like sense or smell that others won't like
And do you think
try to attack.
But you, Jimmy, know that. Do you think your character, who has lived their entire life in a small cavern, would be survival instincty enough to think that they should harvest pieces of a creature for some reason? I'm not saying you shouldn't do
Yeah.
this. I want you to think it through as if you are the character, not yourself.
But I heard of tales of dragons and of winged creatures, and as a bard,
Have you?
And
Let's roll history.
history. Okay.
Have you though? Let's see what the dice say.
I hope so.
Oh,
You
okay.
have. Yeah, you
I have,
absolutely
yeah.
have.
There you go.
Like, it was all a very sudden experience, but now given a moment to calm down and think about it, you're like, holy shit, I have heard stories about this. And with a decent roll here, I will also let you roll Arcana.
Oh.
Nice.
Hard is being able to know everything.
Boom.
That is one of the big benefits of carrying a bard is they get to roll.
Ah.
Like, and he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know the other thing, but you definitely have heard stories of these great winged lizards. They're supposedly extremely smart, sometimes magical, very strong. So a couple of things you can intuit in character would be like, holy shit, this thing is killed or was killed by something, and they're supposed to be like impossibly strong. So that's bad news bears. 2, you will also know from story, because this is definitely part of every dragon story on the planet, that they're supposedly extremely wealthy. That they keep a thing or called a hoard where they store all of their gathered treasure.
I wonder if that cave is his hoard with all the gold.
You
and
can't
everything, all
see the
the-
cave from where you are.
Oh, okay. But did Rezagil say it out loud?
No, Reziel
Or-
hasn't said anything. She
okay.
just wandered off at the moment.
All right. As I pick up the blood and follow them,
All right, so you
I
want
see
so
the cave.
we have you like that's gonna be minutes because you're not like
Yeah.
harvest. You're not just like, oh, I got blood.
Yeah.
woohoo!"
Oh, you're right. I'm gonna harvest, and then the other two can
All
do.
right, there you go. All right, so roll survival to try and harvest anything from the body.
Let's see.
Okay. It'll take you a little while because, like I said, he's been here bleeding out for quite a while. There's not actually a lot of blood left to go around, but you can eventually, with like 5-10 minutes, you can find enough to fill your. You said you're gonna use a water skin.
I think I had a deer skin in my inventory.
That's water. That's a water skin.
Water skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Rezagale and Aranar just wandered off, basically. Well, Rezagale unleashing her torch. So like they're in the process of walking away. Let's say they're like halfway at the moment. Corvia just stepped forward to one of the open wounds and is obviously attempting to siphon off or catch some blood. Cole, what are you up to?
It's Theodore. Yeah, so I look over at Theodore and ask him what he knows about whatever this is, if he does.
Oh, it looks like a big scaly thing. I wonder if you could make some really good hand mittens out of its skin.
You know, speaking of, I was thinking there are creatures that if you normally, kill, you can sell. I wonder if I could do anything like that with this. What do you think?
You might have some trouble carrying it.
With
Just a
No,
thought.
it's very subtle.
I like that idea.
But I suppose probably taking a trinket might be worth something.
Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to.
Why don't you roll nature for me to see what your character thinks are the valuable pieces of this creature?
Yeah, because I'm like I don't know how to. Yeah. Okay. I'm not good at I am not.
You rolled very well though.
But I am.
You definitely think that the scales and the teeth are probably the most valuable in your character's eyes.
Okay, so I'm going to go for both. I don't really care how long it takes because of the amount that I think they're worth.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take some time and really try to
roll survival twice. Once for scales, once for teeth.
I'm surprised you can cut it. Wow.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. How willing is your character to be overburdened? Like how much weight does your character want to carry?
Maybe the better question is how many pounds of each do you want to carry?
That's what I like it because I mean, based on the way he's playing his character, he wants them because they're valuable, which means he'd carry as much as he can. How much?
Yes.
How willing to be like weighed down is Cole?
Can I share? I want to. Okay, so I'm gonna call. None of us are strong. Dang it. I'm gonna call Arinar. I'm gonna yell her name really quick.
All right, so let's back up in time here. Cole is, took a long estimating look at the corpse, briefly asked a question over to Teddy, and then starts forward towards the body and yells out for Arinar. In that same time frame, Theodore, you were standing here, you received your thing. Cole just asked you a question, and now he's walking towards the body. What are you up to?
He looks over, kind of curious, tilting his head. Then he looks over to where the others are splashing around in the water because he can hear that.
You can see from Rezagale's torch, so you know that she's on her way over, and she might have just illuminated the exterior of that cavern in the back.
I have dark vision 60 now,
which is 30.
Fair. Okay. Oh, where are you going?
So, Arinar, Cole just called out to you. Theodore just called out to Rezagale.
I'm checking out things over here. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out where we're going next.
Don't wander off too far.
Catch up, sweet cakes.
But people are doing things to the body of the big lizard.
What? I thought this was somebody's pet. Now all of a sudden we're desecrating.
Arinar, you turn
Dismantling it?
You turn over with you turn back with your surprise, and you see fucking Corvia literally siphoning, squeezing blood out of the body, and Cole has got one of his knives out and is carefully cutting scales. And he's
It's not even gold yet.
Oh, the warm blood
you to
might be
understand
worth
something.
more.
If he was alive, I would never do this. However, We're still here, and we have to
It's
live.
just like looting corpse.
All right.
I mean, it's
So you're here. She's here. Okay, so
Shit, like,
I have a
do you
question.
go over there, or are you just looking? Like he called you over if you wanted to go over there.
I go back over to where he is.
All right, you're over there with those two at the body. Go ahead, Cole.
how much can you carry?
Oh my god.
Turn into a mule.
Cole, can you make me a perception check, Cole? Hold on. Okay. With that perception, you're pretty sure that Corvia, the bard, is the strongest character in the party. And he does not look ripped, but he definitely seems like the bulkiest of the five of you.
Really?
Yep.
Would not have. Okay. So reevaluating, I'd still look at her and say, "Would you be willing to carry a few of these if I gave them to you? I think they're valuable, and we could either create something or sell them and profit."
Is this worth it?
Well,
Hoping that we actually find
He's
some
talking to
value.
Aranar at the moment.
I would be willing to, as long as I could keep a tooth for looking at later.
Of course, I am not selfish.
Okay.
Feel free.
I'm not carrying a ton of stuff because we have no idea how far we have to go or where we're going from here, but I'll carry a little bit for you. Yes.
I wonder if the
I give her as
scales
much
might
as
make
she is
for good.
willing to take.
Sorry.
Okay, and after that, I call out for Corvia.
Corvia's right next to you.
Since he calls out for
Oh,
him,
say
I
less.
turn
Okay,
to go
and-
back to see what Rezagale's doing.
All right, Rezagale, you've made it to the mouth of the cavern. Roll me a perception check, Rezagale.
That's not the right thing.
That's
Sorry.
persuasion.
Fat
There
fingered.
you go. Okay. You see a glittering at the back of the cavern. You also see movement of some kind at the edge of your light.
Oh, joy. I'm going to very slowly and quietly, maybe stealthily, back up and go back to the group.
Okay. At the same time, Theodore, you were about to say something.
Yeah, he was. I forget what he was going to say.
Something about scales, I
Um,
think.
Oh yeah, they'd make for great. I think the scales might make for some great sparkly bits to put on some cupcakes.
Sprinkles, yes.
I'm going to look at him, angry.
All right,
You would dare.
fine.
How dare you?
Very expensive cupcakes.
That's very expensive. You might buy a house for one.
I'm going to give you a pass because of how old you are.
Why, thank you.
Aw. Poor Teddy.
All right. In that case, Theodore is gonna go over and he's gonna try to get a tooth and an eye as well.
An eye, you say?
An eye.
An eye is going to fill your entire backpack.
Oh no.
It's a big eye.
Look at the size of this creature, James. Out of character, you
I
know how
know,
big
I
this
know.
thing is.
You know, he'll probably. Oof. How much does he have in his backpack right now?
All of his gear.
I mean, fair.
Dump it. Dump it all.
I will allow you to drop everything but your clothes if you want to carry an eye.
He dropped everything, including his clothes. Old man, what are you doing?
No, he's not gonna do that then.
Okay. I mean, alternatively, you could try and do like if you want to be crafty or clever, you could like try and fashion a sack or other things. But if it's just like I'd like to put an eye in my bag, you're gonna dump everything out.
It's probably
Hmm. He'll think about this for a moment.
Okay, he walks over and is staring at the beast in heavy concentration. Cole has found the trick to after 5 minutes of just trying to cut scales and it never working. He finally figured out that he has to like get his other knife out, flip one up, saw it off, flip one up, saw it off. This is going to be the work of hours.
so
I'm
here.
aware that Cole's on
until they
board for
can
that.
Yeah, they have to pull me out. They're going to have to tell me
Yep. I know.
hey, something.
Okay, Corvia, you have filled maybe half of your water skin with lukewarm dragon's blood, and you've had to like go to several open wounds all over the neck to get to it. Now none of them are seeping. You're gonna have to like climb up the body if you want to get the other half filled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
climb
All
up
right.
the
So he
body.
starts climbing on the back of the dragon, but is like squeezing wounds. Aranar, you said you'd carry stuff, but you can see it's gonna take him fucking ages to get
Yeah.
anything. So you can wander off if you want.
Yeah, I wandered back over to Resigale. I
Alright.
was shaking my head the entire time.
So
like,
you,
just-
you walked over. He's like, "Can you hold these?" And you're like, "Yeah." And like 3 minutes go by, and he gets one. You get bored and start to wander. Resigale is like on her way back when you start to wander off, and she looks like she's being stealthy for some reason.
I'm just tiptoeing. I see Aranar.
what are you doing? What did you find?
There's something living in that, and I think it might know about us because of my sun torch. So we should probably figure this out as a group.
You guys
Soon.
haven't exactly been quiet either.
Yeah, someone shouted.
True.
Named Cole.
Not to mention,
Literally sawing off skills.
yeah, somebody's over there
We're climbing the
destroying
dragon
this
too.
body right after he died.
No respect for the dead.
No respect for. As a druid, I'm just very, yeah.
I guess we could go explore it ourselves while they're busy with their tinkering.
I'll come with.
Oh man, you have impeccable hearing.
Yeah, old man has good hearing. Those hearing
He just
aids
like
don't
pops
work.
up. I'll come with.
It's like not there, everyone's there.
Yeah.
So the three of you are gonna explore the back cavern. Is that what I'm hearing?
I
You're
mean,
splitting the party.
am I gonna
Okay.
wait
You guys gonna go
extra
alone?
hours for something
He's
to
gonna do
be
the scale.
done?
Might take a
I
couple
don't
minutes.
know.
I mean, like that's a good question. You might not explore it right now, but you might get bored in half an hour when Cole's got like 7 scales.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention, I don't really enjoy watching him cut the scales off the dragon. So let's do this.
You're butchering a beast. She's a lover of beasts, Cole.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
okay with the rats because they were not
I
nice.
love-
loved him.
rats.
I loved him when he was alive.
This is just a different kind of love.
This makes me feel like a little concerned for my body when I die.
If you die in bear form, what's he gonna do to you? Are you gonna be a coat?
Am I gonna be a new rug? What is happening?
And
Point of order: do we have did we ever have a graveyard in Sunny whatever?
no,
Covert.
the,
Sunny Lake.
you don't have to, or I guess I mean technically kind of, but not one that's for like visiting. All corpses are buried in the moss farm to fertilize.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. As
Yeah.
disgusting as that is, that makes sense.
There's if we go back to the region map, there's a big separate cave that all three of your communities share called the Moss Farm area, and that functions as the communal graveyard for everyone because it just seeds the moss.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in favor of halving. Well, I guess it's more than halving the party.
You have an odd number after all. All right, so
Yeah.
so the three of you head for the back cavern.
I know nothing of this.
It's true. You're busy.
I'm
As,
busy.
as is Corvia. What are you doing with your torch? Are you leaving it on?
How much time has passed? Not much.
Yeah, not much. But how
Not
long
like-
would you wait? Would you want to go right now, or do you wait a while?
I mean, I don't see the difference. I feel like it makes more sense to go while they're busy.
Okay.
So right now, and I need my torch still.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So you, well, I mean, especially right now, because you, as far as you know, you and Theodore can't see. Now,
Right.
technically, Theodore can see now, but that's you don't know that.
Yeah.
All right. The three of you head for the back cavern. It is definitely deeper than your torchlight goes from the entrance, at least. So it's more than 30 feet deep. But you do see all three of you at the edge of her torchlight see the normal kind of like movement of the shadows, that like a little disturbing motion, but you also see something glittering right at the edge. So there might be something back there. None of the three of you in character know about dragon hordes, so you just know that there's something back there and something else that glitters.
Did you say dragon hordes?
Hordes, yes. But in character, you know none of that.
Yep, because you
Yay.
without me.
Wait. What do you think I
Why
mean when
you
I
know
say
Satan
horde?
is with you?
I'm not talking
I
about
don't-
I'm not talking about hordes like hordes of monsters.
zombie?
Dragon horde, HOARD, is a
Money.
collection of treasure.
Yeah. Okay.
And you
All
went
right.
without me.
That's good. Very good.
Cole doesn't know anything about dragon hordes either.
Dragon hordes,
If only Corvia had shared any of his dragon knowledge, but he didn't.
Nah, I'm just taking the blood first.
True.
I was gonna tell it, but they left me. So
They didn't leave you. You were fucking doing this for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit around watching you siphon blood out of a dead animal.
I'm just saying, mentioning that you're going somewhere is just polite. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you didn't tell us. Yeah, I'm too busy like looking at the what.
You
You
didn't
didn't
even
even say
That's
the
for
proper
baby.
like burial rites and
You guys
everything. for the
didn't
poor
have a
thing.
conversation
How are you gonna
about what
bury
you were
this thing?
doing with us. You just started doing it. So, same thing.
Oh,
Fair. All right. So the three of you, you see these things. This is your opportunity to stop, interact, or anything before I walk you into the cave. What are you doing?
Theodore is. Well, if you just wait just a moment. He reaches into the space next to him, pulls a bunch of shadows together into a book, looks down the hallway. Yes, Merlot.
His dog barks.
Yes, his dog barks. What dog?
The shadow dog. It's in the same space the book was in. Like you reach in and it's like bark, and he pulls out a book.
Sorry, it confuses me.
You've got a young corgi hidden in mallet space in it, but it just says like,
I love it.
and then you're gone.
Bark.
And so he pulls the book out. He reaches down to the water to make a small bowling ball. Make a bowling ball sized piece of ice with shape water.
Okay.
And then he puts light on the bowling ball of ice.
You're casting the light spell?
Yes,
Oh, now we get to see how light spells interact with Randy's world.
exactly.
Okay.
And he's gonna go. Does it light up?
Yes. You do shape water. You've got a small ball of ice. It proactively begins to melt, but it's not just like vanishing. Just regular melting speed. And then you cast the light cantrip. It does light up. It's just as wide as Pepper's torch, so it doesn't actually add any light in your hands, but you do see the light.
Good. And he's gonna roll it into the cavern.
Okay.
I look over at him like, where the fuck did that book come from?
In the bark.
I'm confused as
Oh,
well.
I pulled it out of. I'm not really sure. I pissed off my wife, and she gave me a gift at the same time.
Oh, that sounds wrong, but okay.
I know.
Roll me a 1d2, Theodore. Take 2 psychic damage.
Ow.
Ouch.
Headache.
He says, "I pissed off my wife," and then just like visibly winces, and then continues with his sentence.
Are you okay? Are you there?
Ooh, a little blood in the nose. Yeah,
Ew.
it's okay. Yeah, let's roll this in here. And he rolls it in.
All right. Can you pull up the appropriate page? This one. And are they not that creature type? Am I wrong? Ah, there we go. Okay. So you grab it. I guess you granny roll it because it doesn't have like bowling ball holes. So you snag it in both your old man hands and just kind of gently roll it into the cavern. An odd effect occurs. At first, it looks like it's working just fine. You roll it forward, the light, like the light radius is expanding into the tunnel. All three of you make a perception check as it rolls forward. Rezagale is looking at her shoes. She's currently admiring her new necklace. That's what's happening. Theodore and Aranar. So you're watching, like she's admiring her necklace, but the other two of you are watching the ice ball. It rolls forward, and your 30-foot bubble expands to about 45 feet as the ball rolls forward, and you definitely see glittering. There is a pile of something in the back of this cavern that shines as if it's metallic. You also see what looks like I don't know, maybe like cave slime or like clumps of moss. There's a green stuff in the back on and around the glittering pile. And then as the ball starts to roll outwards, I need all three of you to make an intelligence save. Theodore and Rezagale, the ball vanishes the moment it hits the edge of your bubble, of your torch's bubble. Both the ball and its light just gone. Aranar, the ball makes it to the edge, and as soon as it like penetrates the sun torch's bubble of light, the shadows attack it. Like for them it just winked out of existence. You get like a 1 second vision of that like moving, writhing shadow that's always at the edge going and just annihilating the ball.
Did you guys see that?
It vanished.
What happened?
Do you not see the things attacking the light?
I don't even think I was paying attention.
It just
There-
went poof.
There was definitely something that attacked it. It was made out of the same stuff that you pulled your book out of. It's like darkness just engulfed it. It wasn't just a winking out, it engulfed it.
That's so strange. I've never heard of
He
anything
quietly
like
puts his book away.
Well, that's enough of this. Put that away.
He like quietly pushes it back into that little place in the subspace, bookshelf over there where it's supposed to go.
I need to record a soundbite of Merlot's little bark, just so I can play it every time you access the book.
Look away.
I'll record it for you.
Yeah. Like I pull out my book, Bork. Haha.
My pork.
My Bork. Ha ha ha. All right. So you saw that. You freaked out a little. Now what?
Did you see anything else in there?
There's definitely something at the back there, but do we want to go in there? With the shadow thingies in there?
How long has it been?
Since what?
Am I done collecting the
Um,
blood?
No.
How long has it been since I put my necklace on?
Not long enough to be a long rest, if that's what you're asking. That's
Ah,
that's an active thing you have to do. You have to
well,
be
okay.
chilling, not wandering around.
As I'm attuning to it, I assume that there would be some sensing of like surroundings in a different way.
No, you're gonna sit and like
Nothing
meditate.
that.
You're gonna put it on and be like,
God, damn it. That's so much work. Okay. Well, I think I'm probably just gonna say something like, well, I mean, there's no, I suppose we should just probably check it out.
Yeah, it seems like a great idea. All right.
We should wait for the others. Probably if we, I could probably use a nap before we go in there.
You want a
No.
nap?
Yeah, it's just an hour or so.
I mean, if
I
it's
think
going
his
to
wife's gift kind of, hit him upside the head a little harder than he made out for it to be.
One of his eyes is like strangely bloodshot after that wince. Like he winced, he was like, "Ugh!" And then like this eye's like super red for no reason.
Well, I mean, how long is it going to take the others? If they're going to be out there for hours and hours, shouldn't we just long rest?
It took him like 7 minutes to get like one scale off.
I mean,
You
how
just
many?
hear me grunting from the outside still, like
They're
chipping away.
pretty big though. How many is he gonna take off?
I don't know.
I don't know either. All right. Well, I guess we can head back and tell the others, and maybe that will light some fire underneath them.
All right, three of you come back. Corvia has finally filled his water skin full of now cooling dragon's blood. Corvia, this took a lot more effort than you thought it would. You had to climb like all over the body and really like work to get enough to fill a water skin. But you have one water skin's worth of dragon's blood.
Okay.
You climb down. The trio is walking back up. Cole's got like a whole handful, one solid handful of dragon scales.
Okay, as I
I'm gonna
climb
be
down from
honest
the
with you.
dragon-
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's a little harder than I thought it would be. Kind of like climbing, but listen,
A lot like climbing those rocks.
a lot like the climbing.
Hold on.
If you guys think that this is not worth it, I'm just eyeing them. That's fine. But if I learn that these things are worth a fortune, and I didn't take the time to get them, it's gonna hurt me. Thoughts? Like I'm genuinely asking. I'm like thoughts, opinions, questions,
Thought.
concerns.
I mean, if I don't know who they would be useful to. I mean, we're going to be heading back to Sunny Lake at some point, aren't we?
Yeah, we might.
I've
I
never
think we
seen
can
anything
find-
like these before. Maybe the leather worker could do something with them?
Maybe.
So far, the only thing you
But
actually
with
know
only
about
a
them.
handful.
So far, the only thing you know about them, Cole, is that they are exceptionally tough.
Yeah, they would make really good armor if someone could figure out how to do that. But I don't know anybody who knows of this thing.
I mean, how
I'm gonna
strong are the
sigh.
teeth compared to your knives?
Wait, how did he collect the teeth?
He hasn't. He's only still
haven't
doing
yet.
scales.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even started.
He's got like 3 hours of scales to go. Then he can start on teeth.
We could.
So I'm gonna look at it and just I'm gonna look at them and say, listen, I don't mind working if you guys are okay with waiting, but I know that we're all tired. So if you guys want to rest while I work,
I was gonna suggest a brief rest. Teddy's wife left him a gift that wasn't much of a gift, and he definitely could use a breather.
As I climb down the dragon and meet up with the group, I look over at Cole, still getting scales from the dragon. Or I know that's a dragon, but they don't.
Yeah.
The winged creature.
what am I
is-
wearing right now?
As far as I
I'm
know,
sorry.
probably
ahead.
just like basic leather armor.
So
I'm
I've-
gonna
I've
take
heard
my armor
Cole
off.
still
Okay.
collecting these scales, and then I see him glance at the teeth, wanting to collect it instead, and then I say, "Hey Cole, instead of wanting to collect these teeth that are super giant, why don't you collect the claws off this winged creature? It's a lot smaller. It should be easier to carry with you than those giant teeth."
I'm gonna look at him and say, but the teeth are sharp, and I like
Yeah.
daggers.
His claws are also sharp, but can you carry that as a dagger? That teeth is huge.
I have no idea. I'm just aiming. I
If
don't know what
if
I'm
you,
doing.
If you look back at the mouth, the canines, the biggest teeth are probably more like short swords. But you could get some of the smaller teeth as daggers if you like.
I want all of this thing.
I just need to cut all of it. I would like to harvest, all of it.
You roll a 23 and a 24. It's a problem. Okay. Hmm.
Well, it's a suggestion if you want to. I'd like to.
Okay, so I'm
give the
gonna
weekend
ask.
rest.
Okay, so I look at them and say, "Does anyone else want anything specific? Could you guys help me?
Ooh,
Like
ooh.
this is for us."
The
Ayúdame.
what could be very useful for someone is if you got the hot string, you could make a bowstring.
Or a wand if we're
I
playing
can't
Harry
cut
Potter.
Or a wand.
I
Cough,
can't
Harry
cut
Potter.
this. So I'm gonna look at the other. I can't cut the scales, and you want me to get to the heart.
I can try to help with that.
Okay.
Well-
I just feel like this is a one-man mission right now, and I don't.
I
feel
said I would
supported.
help you carry stuff.
He's
so I don't know
asking
what
for
you...
help with harvesting at the moment.
So you want me to help you harvest and carry?
Would that not make more sense, considering this will take me multiple hours when we have?
Look,
I
of us.
when you're done, we will take we will sleep for a good while, and I will give everyone a cupcake.
I will
Oh.
help you with the
I'm-
scales.
He said cupcake, I'm in.
I'll cut the scales with you and the teeth, and that way we can do double the work.
I'm visibly irritated. Thank you.
If you don't want my help, I won't give it to you. Damn it. I don't know. Don't know what you want from me.
All right. So where did we land? Is anyone helping with the harvesting process?
It's just
Yes,
Yes,
Who?
Resigale.
I am.
I am.
Oh, you're both helping with the harvest?
I'm throwing guidance.
Okay. Are you repeatedly throwing it for hours, or are you
Yes.
throwing it once? Okay, you're gonna sit there and be like,
You got it, young lad! You can do it! Good
I'm gonna be-
enough, show us the knife! Pray it a little harder!
okay, duly noted.
I'm gonna go next to Teddy's with kicks and start playing my lute and just giving them moral support.
All
Just playing
right.
music in the
So
background.
the whole party is assisting with this process, which does not count as a short rest, but mind you, you are not attuning to these items while you do so. Okay.
That's fair. We should also have somebody on watch, probably.
Nah, we're fine.
All right. So with the assistance of everyone, basically,
We are all
Um,
awake. Yeah.
you are. We'll cut this down from 3 hours to 1 hour, and I will allow you to gather kind of as many scales as you like, and we'll just talk about weight at this time. It is like it is essentially like, I don't know, 10 scales is, let's say 20 scales is a pound. No, it's probably a little too much or too few.
That's too little. A
Yeah.
scale is going to weigh about a pound apiece.
Oh, but I mean, yeah, like the big body scales, yeah, but not like
Yeah.
the face scales. So I'm trying
Oh.
to like average here. How many you
The
could
more
reasonably
leathery
have.
bits.
Yeah, because like none of you wear heavy armor, so I'm not expecting you're gonna need the fucking giant scale pieces. So you know, if I try and be helpful and logical, I'm thinking like, let's say 2-3 scales to a pound if you're willing to, you know, if you're looking for kind of the smaller overlapping pieces. So if we take 3 scales to a pound, how many scales do we want to take? If you we don't really use encumbrance rules, but in this particular case where we need to know how much of a thing, we kind of need to apply them. Most of you already have an amount of weight on your character. Let's say that if you have above a 10 in strength, you can carry no more than another 50 pounds unless you happen to have a 14 or higher, which I know none of you do. So,
Okay.
if you can, your weight cannot, if you have 10 or high, if you have a 10 to 13, let's say you can't carry more than 125 pounds, which, you know, whatever that gap is for you. If you have less than a 10, if you have less than a 10, you can't carry more than 75 pounds.
Carrying
Alright,
capacity
so
is strength times
as far as
15.
teeth,
Strength, what?
Times 15.
Strength score times 15?
Yep.
Cool. Times 15. Oh, wow. It's a good bit more. All right, so anyone can do that math. You want to break out your calculator, but you can carry your strength score, the big number, the high number, rather, times 15. Is that overburdened or what? What is the...
That's just your carrying.
That's
That's your
lift
carrying
carry.
capacity.
Yeah, lift
so-
carry. Okay.
so if you break that number, you're over encumbered.
Yeah, you'll have to either drop it or drag it.
Okay. Easy money. I really like that. So as far as teeth, is there a limit? I know you said scales. It doesn't matter. How are we doing the teeth?
So, depends on the size of the teeth. There are only 4 short swords of teeth. I'll give you, I don't know, 16 daggers worth of teeth, and then a bunch of, I don't know, 30 arrowheads of teeth. You could probably, there's no way you could fit all of this in your backpack, but you could, tie them to your body as you do so.
Okay.
They
So
are
I'm just
very
gonna-
dense, so the short swords weigh. In fact, all of the teeth will weigh double whatever their weapon counterpart is.
Okay.
So how many
I'm at-
scales and how many teeth do you want, Cole? Because that's gonna definitely change what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay. So in character, I'm gonna look at because I don't know what any of you guys are. I'm gonna sit down on the dragon. Once we pretty much finished, I'm gonna sit down on the big lizard that recently died
Yes.
and just cross my legs
Okay.
and wipe my literally armor out. Just okay.
Sure.
And I'm gonna basically look at everything. I'm gonna ask, okay, we need to divvy it up, and we need to be fair about it. I have only seen a few of us actually use weapons that are close range, so it only makes sense that, as far as the limited amount of teeth go, which I'm not even sure we can turn into anything, that we get those. Is that fair?
I just want stuff to inspect later on. So
Have you considered the eye?
it's way too big. So
Fair
I'll
enough.
stick with the teeth and the scales for now.
So I'm just gonna say I would like 2 of the shorted sized teeth. I don't know how to
Sure.
and 4 of the tooth dagger sized, and that's all that I want to carry as far as teeth goes.
All right. So that short swords are 2 pounds. Daggers are 1. So that's 4 pounds and 2 pounds apiece. So you'll do 8 pounds of short swords and 8 pounds of daggers in
Right.
teeth, basically. Write those down into your inventory somewhere.
So what are the numbers on? So I said, let me see.
Would those go in the weapons or in the
at the moment they're just objects.
It's just an item.
right?
There's there.
At the very least, someone you're gonna have to like wrap them up to make them usable, so you can hold them.
Okay, so that's at 2 short sword, right?
Right, 2 short sword fangs,
Dragon teeth.
4 dragon
Right.
tooth daggers.
And then as far as scales,
That's 16 pounds total. Then if you wanted to fill the rest of your weight up in scales, just do the math. So Cole carefully cuts out 2 of the major fangs, and then several smaller teeth, and has filled a sizable amount of his backpack and pockets with scales. If anyone there are plenty of scales to go around, 2 more short swords, and plenty of dagger-sized teeth. Anyone else can gather whatever they feel like. Just keep weight in mind.
I'm gonna get
Okay.
2 small teeth, 2 dagger size.
2 dagger
I'm
teeth.
gonna pick out the best looking ones that are left.
Okay.
So why are you taking the teeth out of curiosity? In character. Like, I'll ask you.
He doesn't know that you're a rogue. You guys have not been in a combat.
Right. I get that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I couldn't help but notice the selection. I would have taken you to be more of a scale type person, considering you got harmed by a rock the other day.
No, actually, I like to stay pretty nimble if I can because, I like to explore and, I really haven't discussed a lot with the group here. I'm really not comfortable discussing my life situation at the moment, but I am particularly fond of daggers, and given that other people have gotten them so far, this is my only opportunity at this point.
Do I need to
so-
roll insight to understand what she's saying to me right now?
I mean, anyone can be fond of daggers, realistically.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
working
so
with
I'm gonna
daggers
look
is
at-
not a rogue
okay.
skill set.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask, what are you hiding in Thieves' Camp?
So let's
Can I
talk
do
about
that and just
let's talk
measure
about
her
Thieves' Cant
reaction?
a little bit. So you guys, normally the use of Thieves' Cant is part of Subterfuge, where you're like having a conversation and peppering in a couple of choice words and some hand signs or some other nonsense
Right.
to hold a secret conversation.
Right.
How would you describe Cole's approach to Thieves' Cant?
Okay, so I think with this, listening to her, because I think I have suspicions as with this whole conversation. I think I'm naturally turning my head like when she said I'd rather not discuss. I'm like, she's hiding.
Mhm.
I think naturally I'm on guard. So I want to see if she understands it,
So you
but I
think-
don't
so you
want
think you
to
do it offhandedly.
yes.
So make a
I
sleight
just
make a sleight of hand check. Okay. Yeah. You do it purposefully enough that she won't miss it, but anyone else might mistake it for a brushing of the hair. Okay. So
Do I need to roll sleight of hand back to respond, or
if
can
you-
I just
if you-
outright?
If you would like to also be sneaky about it, yes.
After I see him do these gestures, I'm gonna look at him point blank. I'm gonna change my voice a little bit.
Mhm.
My hair is going to go black.
Ah.
Well, you see, I also understand what you're saying. I think we're very aligned in our perceptions on life, and I don't know your particular background, but I myself, I dabble in that sort of area, and I think we have a lot in common because of that.
Do you maintain your
It would seem-
transitioned appearance? Or do you
No. As
shift-
soon as I'm done, I'm going to go back to the
shift
way I
back?
was.
Okay.
Is it just me or did her hair turn black? Did anybody else see that?
I don't know.
And I'm-
I
and
saw
I-
that too.
and I'm just-
It looks so weird to me.
and I'm just gonna maintain. I'm gonna maintain eye contact and just slowly nod. It would seem so.
Everyone with a passive perception of 10 or higher definitely sees her hair turn black and then go back to its normal color. Does anyone have a negative wisdom score?
Bad perception.
You don't have to roll. So passive perception is the stuff that you see without trying, and it's right below the skills list. It's like passive wisdom perception. You have an 11,
Oh, okay,
for
I see
example,
it.
Jax.
Yeah, mine's 11.
Yeah. So as long as you don't have a 9 or below, you spotted the hair shift.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she just kind of flexed on me for no reason.
She definitely did. You were like, "Are you cool?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm fucking cool."
I mean, no, it wasn't without reason. You know?
No, I get it. No, like I provoked it. Yeah, and that no, it's a good response. I just did not expect that, so I'm gonna just like I said, I look at her and just not like it would seem so. We do have a lot in common, and you know, and I'm just gonna go back and collect the rest of the
Go back
scales.
to your own
and drop off.
business.
And I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
do-
like I learned what I need to know. From her.
Okay.
I'm done with that conversation.
All
for
right.
now.
Okay, Resgil, you've collected 2 dagger-sized teeth. Are you interested in any other pieces of giant lizard body?
No.
Okay. You sit down to chill. Let's go round the horn. Erinar, are you interested in pieces of dragon body?
Yeah, to inspect later.
You just
But
want to pick up like random bits?
Like, I want the arrowhead-sized teeth
Okay.
and
Glad you said that.
and some of the scales.
Okay. You pick up just like a handful of scales, and arrowhead-sized teeth for inspection, or you actually intend to make arrows later, or bolts, I guess.
Both, yeah.
Okay, so you'll get I'll give you 20 bolt-sized teeth.
Okay.
Because there's a ton of those itty bitty ones.
How much does that weigh? The 20.
Each bolt-sized tooth is like a tenth of a pound. They're very
Okay.
lightweight.
I'm also.
You
It's
pick
for
up
the
some of
right. Can
those?
I also collect? Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so like normally ammunition comes in 20s. So if you pick up one ammunition, one ammo unit of these, it's 2 pounds, and there's 20 of them. Okay.
I'll probably just do 40.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Corvia, interests in what you actually know as the dragon's body parts.
Mhm.
Anything else other than the blood?
Oh yes, the arrowhead teeth.
All right, pick up as many ammo units of teeth as you feel desired, and finally, Theodore Sweetcakes.
Okay. For the dragon, he'll take 20 pounds of leather.
You're gonna cut actual hide.
Not well.
It's gonna take a while.
20 pounds of a mixture of probably hide and scales, because I doubt we're going to be able to get all the scales off without going through the hide somewhat too.
Right, in the process of gathering as many scales as Cole was looking for, he's damaged a good bit of the hide just to get to it. But that also exposes a lot of the hide, so it's not like extra work to get to. So not a big deal there. Okay, so you got 20 pounds mixed hide scale.
Cole, could you do one thing for me? So while you're around in the mouth over there.
I don't know. It depends on how you ask.
You're very, very. Would you please help gather some of the tongue strings while you're working inside the mouth to get those teeth out?
May I ask why?
Not be as good as a heartstring, but sometimes it can be quite useful for spellcasters like myself, if with a little bit of tongue from a powerful magic casting creature like this one, especially if he granted us such boons as he did.
What about the webbing? Would the webbing be good
And
for
so-
like bags?
The wing webbing?
The wing.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You could definitely fashion like rough sacks out of that.
We are
Yeah.
harvesting this thing. All right. Yeah. So I'll look.
I handed you
I'll
a
look
big
in-
dragon. I expected you'd do something. So you're gonna try and cut up the tongue?
Yes, for him. Yes.
All right, roll
Well,
persuasion.
I'll look back and say,
Sorry, not persuasion. Roll survival.
And he'll get
I
a
was like,
D
what's going on?
Yeah, sorry. my
extra
bad.
D4
Yeah.
Scared me.
guidance.
All right. Guidance bonus 4. Lucky you. You needed it. All right. So net 11 with the guidance. You start to cut into the tongue, and you can see that you guys like since all of you have pulled teeth by now, you guys have done a good bit of accidental cutting of the tongue while yanking teeth out. You've already kind of mangled this thing. And so you have to like go deeper into the mouth. Luckily, you've defanged the dragon for the most part, so there's not really a lot of danger climbing into the mouth, but you are kind of climbing into the mouth. You start to cut, and I need you to make a perception check, Cole. You smell something foul, something like acrid, as you climb into the mouth and start to cut around the tongue back there. How do you respond?
Okay, I know. I'm trying to figure that out. I think okay. So I just pause for a moment. Like I pause for a moment.
Mhm.
And is this like where I can actually just walk? Like it's so big that I can just walk through,
No, you have to crawl.
or is it?
You can kinda like be on hands and knees, but even then you're like pushing all around yourself through the throat and the mouth.
I'm gonna okay, but I'm in the process of cutting the tongue.
You are cutting the tongue at the moment, like you're making a big slice to get to like a long part of the muscle, and then you smelled this thing.
Right.
You were paused in time for you to make a decision about what you do.
Do I know where it's coming from, or is it coming from the cutting itself?
It's definitely coming from the body, but where more is not probably.
I think I finished cutting.
Make a Constitution save. Okay. Unfortunately, the DC is 18. How much HP does Cole have? Let's see. He might just be dead. Let's see. You might survive. We'll see. Yeah, you might survive. You cut, and you've wedged yourself down into the dark here, and you've got your dark vision working for you, but you're in this confined space. You reach the knife out, and you're cutting this long strand so you can get to like a big chunk of muscle, so you can make many strings or several, like a bundle of string out of it. You reach back again, you cut, and you smell something. You decide to keep cutting, and you hear the escape, like air escape from somewhere in the body. Now, for like in a moment's thought, that's not terribly uncommon. It's a dead body, gases get released, like maybe air stuck in the lungs or whatnot. What Cole's unfortunately not aware of is that this is a creature with a pretty nasty breath weapon, as in it stores huge bags of poisonous gas inside of its body. So you cut a little too far and pull back the gland that opens the valve to the gas here. And you come blasting out. It's like basically the dragon's dead body burps, just expelling gas naturally. But opening this gland, Cole comes rocketing out and takes... 34 points of poison damage as he does so. So Cole comes out, like he's literally unconscious and bleeding out and dying, but he is just covered in enormous, fucking burning acid wounds as he comes tumbling out and is already unconscious and dying on the ground.
Oh my goodness!
Do we all see this?
Oh yeah, it's a very loud. Like the creature goes, and he just.
What is
Wait, what just happened?
God.
He needs healing. Heal him. Somebody
Yes,
heal
I
him.
got you. I would use healing ward.
Okay.
Can we
Guess
both
we're gonna
heal
do a
him?
long
You
rest
can
now.
both heal him if you like, yes.
I'll
Note
heal
to
him
self,
too.
don't fight dragons. God,
Healing.
Wait,
was
isn't
a
that
burp?
level 1 or 2? I don't know how it works.
that was just a burp.
Yeah, that was a weakened form of its actual breath weapon.
Pathetic. I am pathetic.
I mean, to be fair, this creature is 10
Mythical.
times as powerful as you.
What level do
Uh,
we heal at?
Up to you.
I do
You
level
if
one.
you choose one, that it uses a first level slot. If you choose two, it uses a second level slot. You have less second level slots available, but it heals for more.
Shoot.
Which one do you choose?
Level 2.
Okay.
I did the ward. I don't want to touch him with the poison on.
Yeah. All right. Corvia shouts a panicked word of healing while Arinar runs over, presses on a not burning part of his body, and also infuses some Healy light. Cole, you wake up still at what's that? 7:15, so a little over half your health at the moment. Still covered in wounds, actively losing the burning sensation. The last thing you remember was just the sound of gas escaping and then impossible agony.
I'm just gonna. Okay. Like just looking around like. Oh. What happened?
You do have a handful of dragon tongue though, so there's that.
Oh, okay. So I'm like,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Like,
Just wake up. Ow. Got it though.
Are the gases
I'm
from
just-
that coming out of the body? Like,
like they came out in a cloud with
Right.
him, but they've now dissipated into the water in the
Okay.
air.
Okay.
How
Um,
hard is it to cut the webbing?
Not hard.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Are you okay? No, you weren't okay. But how are you feeling now?
You scared the crap out of us. Why you do this?
I'm glad to know that you actually care.
Well, I mean, just you ejected out of the dragon's mouth. It scared me. It startled me.
Did I? Really? Oh,
Clarification. No, I don't care. I was just frightened.
I'm just gonna hand the tongue bits and strings to Theodore as I get up.
Okay.
That's just
Thank you,
Um,
Cole.
dumpling.
I think, and as I do that, I'm just gonna. I don't know, but I'm glad that that's done. I appreciate you guys for making sure I don't die. And with that, I think we should take a long rest.
Yeah, I think so too.
Suddenly you're feeling very tired.
I still
Oh
wanna
my God,
I still wanna cut some of the webbing for bags later, but maybe we can take a
Wait,
rest first.
is your torch still on?
That's a good question.
I mean, I only needed it for that cave.
I mean, you don't have light out here either.
Well, you can't see here. You and
Yeah.
Teddy.
And how long has it been?
It's probably been like so when you left to go look at the cave, checked it out, came back. That was like 5-10 minutes.
Right.
To finish the harvesting is an hour.
Okay, so I've probably got like 15 minutes or so left on it.
You had an hour and a half when we started the day, so you got 15-20 minutes on your torch.
Yeah, I guess it's still on.
Sounds
Okay.
If we're gonna do short rest, I'm
I think we should.
not gonna be able to help anybody out unless somebody lends me theirs if I'm taking a watch. Like
just
it's
hand-
gonna go out.
Are you saying this like, or are you?
Yeah, she's saying
Are
this
you
out
saying this?
She's
Oh,
saying
I just
she
hand her
can't do
mine.
a watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cole hands you.
Yeah,
the
I'll
phase
just
torch.
I'll just hand her. Yeah, I just hand her mine and say it's yours now. I don't really need it. I can see.
Okay.
All right.
I can
Uh,
take a watch.
Cole, on your change your resource to 0, and you can add how much time is on yours?
It's an hour and a half.
That's how much is left on yours.
Yeah. Well, let me see. What did I put? No, that an hour and a half used,
So you have
so
2.5
it comes with
hours.
4.
Yeah, it comes with 4. So you have two
I
and a
have
half.
2.5 hours.
All right, so Pepper, you can add 2.5 to your torch resources.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So you finish harvesting. You are considering taking a rest. What's the plan? Are you moving off to the side? Are you going someplace? Are you resting here on the platform?
Well, here's the okay. So before I know this is, were you gonna do the webbing now?
Well, I mean, I could do. Well, no, because we're doing a rest, and then I could do it when we wake up. That way, we get our full rest. Yeah,
Sure.
I'll do it when we get up. Everyone's kind of
I'm
like, what?
no, go ahead.
I said everyone could probably use a nice little rest.
I nod in agreement as I look at the last
Yeah.
few burns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good night.
Okay, so where should we rest?
Where do you go?
Taking
Yeah.
right. I'm just
In
I'm
the
out.
water?
Where-
Like,
where's-
Yo,
In the
sleep
what?
On the
In
dragon.
the water? On the dragon? Like,
no,
where
no,
are
on the
you?
top.
On the
Okay.
platform to the side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just on the
Yeah, I'll do
platform.
other side.
All right, so you all head off to the side of the
Now
platform.
before we I say we need to guard for like tonight though. For sure.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the watch order?
I'll take first.
I'll do second.
I'll do third.
No, you're not. You're gonna get more sleep.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you should
I'll
definitely-
still
Yeah.
heal, right?
Yeah,
No.
as long as you get the full 8
Yeah.
hours.
Out of game, yeah.
Yeah, but something comes up and you're still injured.
I'm fine.
True.
I'll do the third. I didn't do it last time.
I mean, taking
Me
last or
too,
taking
you
third
know.
or fourth doesn't make him any more healed. Like you don't heal progressively through the
Right.
night.
As long as
you
you-
go
yeah.
from anything to full at the last minute of your 8 hours.
Yeah.
So either
Okay.
way, yeah. So I'll do the third.
Okay, who's fourth?
So everyone with like the night vision can do it.
Who's fourth?
So I guess I'm fourth.
Wait,
And then Baker Man's just gonna
I thought you were a second. Who's
Oh,
second?
Me?
second. I'm second.
Okay, so
First-
it's Jax, Jimmy, Ninja,
Cole, yeah,
and Pepper.
Pepper.
Yep.
Okay. The old man takes sleep in the night through. He needs his
Old
beauty
man
sleep.
needs some sleep. Yep.
And everyone gets a cupcake tonight because well they're also probably going to go start going bad
They
tomorrow.
are.
What kind of cupcake is it?
How are you storing these cupcakes, man?
They're in
Oh,
the-
I have a couple of small sacks. I've been folding them over and keeping them on top of my pack-in.
That's very impressive.
He reaches into his bag, but you also hear a dog bark for some reason, and then he pulls out a cupcake. Okay. All right. First watch. The 5 of you bed down. You don't construct any sort of shelter. Not that you really, particularly need it. It is a pretty noisy sleep. Like I said, this cavern's pretty noisy. There's a lot of animals and insect sounds going on here. Not to mention just the constant flow of water that's coming from right next to you. First watch. You set everybody up. They all fall off into dreamland. And make a perception check.
Fun. Perception.
Okay. How would you describe Arinar's watching habits? Does she pace? Does she lay down and stare at the sky? Like, what does she do?
She sits down cross-legged and just sort of like zones out and let her senses sort of just like go out.
Okay. Try and use your natural senses as your connections with druidic nature. Okay. All right. You feel through your druid senses. Your spidey senses start to tingle in the latter half hour of your watch. Nothing bad. You don't feel any hostility or anything, but you just hear first that it sounds like the noise of insects and small animals like bats is getting a little louder.
Okay.
Your watch ends. Next up
Who's
is
that?
Corvia.
So, Corvia, not to alarm you or anything, but the sounds of insects and the bats, the ambient noises got slightly louder in the last like half an hour or so. I don't know if maybe it's like something to do with the changes of time in the cave or whatever, but just a heads up. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go sleep now.
Alright, as well. It's just nature noises. If they get louder, I think it just gets louder.
Okay. Corvia, make a perception check. Your watch is loud. Like she's right. It's louder. And several times throughout your watch, you hear like shifting sounds from the body.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to do about that, or you want to just chill?
I'll look at it strangely and wait for the next watch to wake up, and
Okay.
I'll tell them about it.
Like from the shore over here, you really can't see much aside from the wing. So even with dark vision, you just see it's just chilling there. It doesn't look like it's moving, but you definitely hear stuff from that area. Right. Third watch, Cole. You are awoken by Corvia.
Cole, as I was watching, I've heard movements around this winged creature. Maybe something trying to, I guess, eat it or something. I don't know. I can't see from here. But
You didn't check it
keep
out?
close. No, I'm not doing that. You can do it if you want to. I'm just here to tell you
Ain't doing that
what
shit.
it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a nap and hope it doesn't kill me and it might kill someone else.
I mutter under my breath, damn bards.
All right, Corvia heads off to sleep. Cole, are there any actions you want to take immediately, or you just want to go into your watch?
Can I shift?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. No one's awake, so I'm not gonna make you describe that.
All right. I'm gonna walk towards where he described the direction.
So you're gonna step in. Just to be super clear, you're gonna step into the water.
Yeah,
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky?
Yeah.
All right. Roll stealth.
of course.
Okay. This
Um,
can only end in tears. We're trying to sleep, man.
He's almost died and he's doing something dangerous again.
Oh my god. I don't.
Wasting my
I don't want to.
healing
I want to
this
let y'all sleep.
Make sure you're
Not trying to wake
aware of your shifted traits if that changes anything for you. You gained. Let's see. Yeah, your shifting feature is pretty relevant right now, as well as your increased ability score to wisdom, which will make your perception better. So we'll remember that your perception is at a +1 right now, and that your shifting feature is active. Okay, you stealth into the water, barely disturbing the surface. As far as you can tell, you're definitely quieter than the much louder ambient sound of the cavern. You step into the water. Now what?
I'm just gonna slowly rotate and to see. Like I'm looking for whatever it is that's making the noise. So I'm trying to be like really quiet, but I'm trying to find
Okay.
like what the source of the noise is.
The noise is definitely coming from the body. Do you think you would go cavern side or waterfall side first?
After being blasted out, I'm definitely cautious around the front, so I think I would go
back.
around
Alright.
towards the cavern.
You stealth towards the back, and you get about this far, I think. Let me do the ruler here. Yeah. You get about this far before it occurs to you, because like at first it's like, oh, nothing's wrong, things seem fine, everything's, just like there's water and there's a cavern back there, okay, whatever. Then it occurs to you the tail's gone, the whole thing, the entire tail is missing.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going towards the front, you continue very stealthily. Looks normal. Nothing seems to have changed.
Okay. Okay. So when with the tail gone, when I was back there, could I see like a cross? Like it was just nothing else that I noticed on that side.
Right. Well, so you can't like remember your vision's only 30 feet here, so you can see
Right.
like from this line you can see exactly this far. So from over there you can see most of the body, but like nothing over in this region. If you're looking at the map, like you can't see
Okay,
anything
so
over
I'm
here.
I'm gonna walk on the other side like quietly and just try to see if I can see anything from the front.
Around the
looking
front.
back.
Okay. All right. So you head for the head and start walking around. From the front, actually looks very normal. Though you do spot a few things. It looks like there might have been a variety of small meat-eating things have come over the last 6 hours. Because there are more chunks missing than you guys made. Like you guys didn't really touch the wings yet, and you see chunks missing from the wing that weren't there before.
Which is why I wanted to harvest. Oh, anyway, all right, yeah, makes sense. Okay, with that, I'm satisfied that this is just animals, doing what they do with dead things. So I'm just gonna go back and chill. I'm not overly concerned about it.
All right. Make me one last perception check.
They seem preoccupied. Why have I lost? Hold on.
There you go. Much like Corvia, you like as you settle back down like into the little campsite, you hear one loud shifting sound of like what you can only suspect now is like dragon skin, dragon scale on stone.
What direction is that coming from?
The
Like
body.
out, like outward?
The body.
Oh, it's coming from the. If I wake them up, they don't heal though, right?
Correct. Not like they don't have to start over, but like whatever period they were awake, I'm gonna dock them like half an hour or an hour from their rested time.
Okay, I'm not gonna do any. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
watch for the
your
rest.
watch comes to an end. Let's finish up, and you awaken Rezagale.
Okay. So, Bear Lady, listen.
No, Bear Lady's Aranar.
It seems.
This is
Oh
Rezagale.
wait,
You're
who did I
you're
wake?
waking Pepper,
I
the
thought
other
she was
rogue.
next. Oh.
I mean, I
Oh,
can be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
No, we're gonna talk. So I'm gonna. So okay. So since I'm waking her up, I'm gonna like wait for her to actually like become conscious,
Okay.
like to where she can actually have a conversation. And I'm just gonna say, listen, about earlier. I wasn't trying to threaten you. I was just curious. So, are we okay?
I mean, I'm totally fine. I think we have to have some sort of trust if we're going to be traveling in this group together. So I feel like, you read into my explanation originally as a secret, and I, can't blame you for that. But I think, we're all kind of new together and haven't, shared every bit and piece of each other with one another yet. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
Wondering if Cole has had enough life experiences to know what fine
To understand
means.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna go with no, based on Cole's background. I'm gonna be like, fine. This
Great.
she's fine. She's good.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't upset you in any way.
Of course. So, what happened?
Oh, the dragon is being eaten. I did not wake anyone because they seemed preoccupied. And I know that it has been a long day, and such is the nature of wild things. They die, they are eaten, so on and so forth. But it is a cause for concern. I was ready to wake you up in a moment if I had heard anything else approaching, but it seemed
What
to
do
be tame.
What is eating it? Do you know?
the entire tail is missing, and at that point, I decided it best to not venture forth into whatever could have done
So
that.
what you're telling me is something substantially large potentially ate this tail because that's a big piece of meat.
We are much smaller than the dragon, so I figured it would finish the big meal first, and it seemed to be taking its time to do that.
Has there been any sort of intimidation on whatever it is toward you or anything that would
Oh,
cause alarm?
Well, I don't want to speak too highly of myself, but I was fairly quiet when I was looking, so I don't think it noticed.
All right, well, I'll keep that in mind, and I guess as long as it's not trying to harm us.
Have
Then
you
I
had a
will-
chance to figure out your necklace yet, by the way?
Oh, this? No, I haven't. I don't know. It's so new to me, so
Attunement is also a thing that just ticks over at the end of the watch, at the end of your rest.
Interesting. I'll be interested to know what they all do.
as will I.
And with that, I'm out.
All right. He lays down. Resgale, you also easily notice the just the the increase in ambient volume of all the critters in the area. You don't even have to roll to notice the shifting. There's a lot of it. The body is like actively being interacted with your entire watch. Now go ahead and roll perception check for like your watch in general, though. Yep, you hear the body being interacted with regularly. And like several times you hear like something. It sounds like a large piece of the body shift.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you do anything? Would you like to explore? You just wait out the watch.
Nope. Just gonna wait it out.
Okay. The night comes to an end. Everyone awakens. You do your morning activities. You pray or study your spells, and you complete your attunements and recognize the bond and the powers of your blessed items. Trying to think. The only one that would be like starkly noticeable is probably Peppers. Resgale presumably raises the necklace to a piece of facial jewelry. But everyone else's are probably wherever they had them last, unless Cole's going to be wearing the mask.
Oh, I put it on immediately.
Okay, so Cole's
I keep it on
also
me.
wearing a mask.
I keep it on me
All right,
all times.
all right.
This is fun.
I
So-
also put back on the armor that I took off the day before.
Okay, you are once again armored. I mean, light quality doesn't change here, so despite the fact that you're awake, you're just awake now. You don't see anything more than you did while you were each on watch. Nothing seems different to you, except that the parts of the webbing of the wing that you can see are basically just like skin and bones. There is no webbing. It's gone.
Wow.
That's my salty face, in
Yeah.
case you're wondering.
Oh,
Uh,
that's disturbing.
I couldn't tell you like in game that you should do it that day,
Yeah.
but that's why I was like, you might want to do
Are you
it
sure?
now
Are you
because I know
sure?
that things are pretty.
Well,
I was like, you
I
sure you
was
don't wanna
gonna
do
do it,
Alright.
but then I got distracted by you trying to die,
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
true. You did try to
I
die.
could
and
do
then I
that.
realized like everyone probably just needs to rest, and like my character was like, yeah,
Yeah.
like it got distracted.
Well, it makes
from,
sense. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
I mean, I knew there was a
It's like the
chance
clothes
that
on the
was gonna
vampire.
happen,
Yeah, just like the coals and the vampire.
Yeah.
All right. So you all wake up. You've done your things. You've realized your new power. You've also gained your new class features from your level up previously. What are we doing?
Does he need to do like the healing
Okay,
thing for the
I'm-
night?
Sorry.
How much does he heal for this night?
Full.
full.
After a
Oh,
long
it's
rest,
full?
you
Okay.
heal to full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
reset. Where's my mouse?
So I'm
Disappeared.
just gonna look around and say, okay, can I have a quick understanding of what everybody can do with these new items that we have, please?
He says
Wow,
he says
very
from behind
bold.
his mask. Okay. We talk about whatever we.
Wow.
As the team leader, I just feel like
As the team
As
leader, he says.
Before I share mine, why
Very
don't you share yours?
bold. Very bold, Cole. Very, very bold.
Mm.
I wait cautiously to see if anybody says anything about it.
I'm just going to establish this right now. I view no one as a leader. We're all teammates, if anything, but you are not going to be telling me what to do. So
For now, I say and smirk.
Not that you can see him smirking because he's got a mask on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really one to come out and say exactly all the cards I hold, so how about we find out in due time when we need to?
Interesting conversation we had about trust earlier, huh?
Yes, up to a point.
So be it. Anyone else?
I'll show
No
mine
one
if
would
you
like to
share yours first. If you're talking about trust of what I've heard.
Feeling a lot of
You
tension.
give? I give.
Man, I can't
Never
even see your
mind.
face
You know what?
anymore.
I take the mask off. Okay, so I'll
Okay.
take it off. You know? Never mind. Let's not worry about it for now. It seems that we are not quite on that level yet. I say as I walk towards the now eaten up, it would seem dragon or
Yeah,
lizard.
if you step into the water again, you'll find the dragon body is probably like you guys mangled a lot of the outside of it in your harvesting. It's probably like 60% gone now.
Okay.
There's the majority of the actual skeleton is still present and intact, but a large technically the majority of the meat, the skin, the webbing, all gone. The only part that's like actually outright missing though is the entire tail. The rest of the body is has been eaten in chunks, but it's not like gone. You know.
Is
Is
the
there
heart
any sort of,
still
like,
there?
Sorry.
Is the heart still there?
In pieces.
Oh, okay. I just know Teddy wanted the heart.
Chunks of heart meat are probably still locatable.
Yep. He'll go take a look.
Right, roll survival, Teddy.
Yep.
Yeah, you can find some chunks of heart meat.
Is there a string though?
Roll a D100.
Okay.
No.
It's real unfortunate.
He's gonna reach over into the Hammerspace bookcase, pull out his Book of Shadows, hold it out in front of him, and he's gonna Yumagogi Fight Izao
Okay.
for detect magic,
Ah, you got ritual casting.
ritual casting. Yeah.
Alrighty. That's 10 minutes to blow. So anyone else doing anything at the moment?
Hold that thought.
There are to
Can I
answer
see-
to answer a question earlier. There are no tracks. If someone was asking about.
Yeah,
Can I see the cave from?
So you had to venture into the water to see the rest of the body.
So I thought.
So you were. Let me move you. You were here, and maybe you were here. You know, like you looked around a bit, and yeah, you spotted the cavern, but you know the cavern's there already
Okay.
because you saw it last
So
night.
I'm gonna. Right. So I'm gonna ask. We should probably go into that cavern.
What cavern? I haven't seen one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like back
the
here where the
cavern.
tail was.
It did appear that there was something in the caves, and it sounded like Ernar saw some sort of dark creature or creatures
Wait,
attack our
so
light.
You went in?
We didn't go in. We just looked into it.
When did this?
We were
when-
by the
when-
entrance. We just glanced in, and
Yeah.
our ball of light got eaten by dark shadow, so we didn't go in any further.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay.
was when you
So-
were taking 10,000 years to cut up a scale. It's fine.
You mean when I was leading the team and
Nothing-
getting
nothing
us
to be
necessary resources?
concerned
Leading the team.
We made an executive decision to wait till the team was done hacking up your former pet, and then we were gonna go in together as a group.
What is all of this? Why is everyone treating? Okay,
What's an executive?
I nod and mutter under my breath. Okay, see what I do for them next. So regardless, we should look into this.
There was some sort of sparkly thing at the end of in the back of the cavern.
Sparkly, you
Oh,
say? What
yes.
type of sparkly?
Sparkly. As
I
I've heard
mean-
from my stories of as a bard, dragons always hoarded like valuable or shiny objects. They were like to keep on them.
I'm going to go ahead and walk towards the cave now.
Okay.
Like, as
Oh,
he's saying these
now
things.
you just go willy nilly.
Suddenly interested in the
Wonderful.
cavern.
Wait, I did say that there were dark, shadowy things that ate our light, right? I did mention
If
that.
there's anything valuable,
I look back and nod as I put on the mask.
Okay.
we will divvy this up amongst the group. I think that's only fair considering.
Oh, how leadership oriented of you.
All right, you are at the mouth of the cavern, similar to theirs, but in the grays and blacks of dark vision. You see, so you don't have any way to see shiny things. You don't have any light to reflect. So you just see like a darkened
Right.
cave with some darker lumps near the back.
Okay. I look back. What is would you guys be opposed to going in and exploring in a moment?
I'm already walking in.
I'm
Oh, you're
gonna
following.
follow at the
Okay.
entrance.
I'm
Yep.
following too.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, everybody except for Teddy so far. Teddy, are you also going?
Teddy's going.
All right, the whole party is at the cave mouth.
If anyone is opposed to me guiding us in, say something now. I would hate to be misconceived as the leader of the group.
I walk next to him.
Okay.
We should probably use some light before we walk in.
Of course you do. All right,
Corvia
so
says he
I
probably
go
that he,
light.
that he wants light.
hmm
What? Does he really? Why? Why do you want
Don't
light?
you have a torch, Bard?
Did you guys said that you guys threw like a light ball in there and the shadows attacked it? You
Perhaps
really
it's better
wanna
that we
go
don't
in
have
tonight?
light then.
Light, considering it attacked the light.
Yeah, I don't know that the light is necessary. I can see now, for one, and the lights seem to be problematic, at least to the creatures. So maybe.
Honestly, considering your limited capabilities,
You can
perhaps you
see
would wait
now?
outside.
Wait a
Yeah,
second. You said
wait,
she
how
can
Oh, I
come
see
can
now?
see the
see
darkness.
now? You were always blind by the darkness. For some reason, you can see now.
I mean,
I asked my
perhaps
knight.
you'll-
Go ahead.
I don't know.
We can discuss this later. Let's go.
Yeah, let's-
Wait,
No,
let's-
no,
I
I'm
don't
very
think we
interested
should
in this
all
right
go
now.
to Swan. I think we need a scout. So
No, hold
before, who is
wait,
actually
wait,
confident
wait.
who wants to go in?
Wait,
I have a
wait.
plan that we can do.
wait. So you can see in the darkness now.
Me?
That's what I just brought up.
Me?
Everyone else.
Yeah,
Both of you.
we just tried to skirt past that.
Teddy and I look at each other. Me? Me?
You? Me?
Both of you.
We?
Wait, you both can
I,
see in the
I
dark.
can see now. So
Oh,
there
I
any
asked.
blind
I asked
member
very nicely
me
to be able
now?
to see in the dark.
it is very
Oh,
nice.
okay. If you ask nicely, I think it makes sense.
This
so
man just. I'm going to. Okay.
you want to push
I
it on?
grip
You
my.
can.
I'm going to grip my short sword.
Okay.
And
Okay.
just shake my head as
before
I
you
walk in. As I walk into the cave. I'm
No,
done.
no.
I'm done talking.
we
I'm done talking. When he said I
Alright,
asked
alright,
nicely, I was
before-
done with conversation.
all go in. I want to touch myself and use invisibility.
Okay. So Cole begins to walk in. Not to be outdone, Rezagale walks right next to him.
Yep.
From behind the three of you and next to Teddy, you hear the soft chanting of some melodic words, and then Corvia just disappears.
I'm just gonna shake. I don't care. at this point.
Okay,
I'm annoyed.
before it gets any further, I need to do some stuff.
Oh, some stuff. All right.
Yes. All right. So, do you think I should type this out, Randy, to you? Is it really up to me?
Well,
it is up to you.
Okay,
Who's gonna
I'm gonna type it out to you really fast.
Yeah.
I'll use this so I can see.
Side note: how much weight were the scales, by the way? Like the small scale.
3
I need
to
to
a
add the weight to it.
pound.
Okay, so like 0.33.
Yes. Really, I just need to know which one you're using, Pepper. You don't have to like type out a long dealie. Let's see. Okay. Blah blah blah. Oh, that question. I see. You don't know. You have no way of knowing that.
Okay. I'm gonna take a chance, and who knows? So, I don't really know, how this actually should go. So she's just gonna kind of improvise it, and it's gonna be a mind conversation, between her and Shar. Just asking for her to bless us with her dominion over this cavernous area and the creatures within it.
Okay. Are you attempting to activate any of your thingies? Are you just
If
hoping?
it requires so, yes. I mean, I think I'm probably going to think of it needing that. I have to be wearing it in order to be connected to her. So
Right. Right, but like you have like your general thing, and then you have several specific abilities. Are you attempting to
Right,
activate any
right.
of those?
no, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. You do that. In your mind, you intone Char. Nothing really happens.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, you are Jax. Are you doing that thing, or do you just want to know?
Yeah, I was gonna do it.
Okay.
Cast the spell.
All right. Next to the definitely not bickering rogues, Arinar waves her hands about and casts an kind of just like an aura of like soft foliage. You feel or maybe see some kind of like shadows of moss lay over the group, emanating from her, and the sound around, like the sound of your footsteps in the water, even just like your ability to see each other, just kind of lessens. Arinar says nothing, so this just happens next to you.
So I'm just looking around, shaking my head like, and we didn't want to trust each other. I don't know what's going on
I'm gone.
anymore.
What do you guys see me?
Yeah, fucking Corby is literally gone.
I'm not saying anything either. I'm just.
This is
I
what
might get
like,
slapped
I'm just in my,
again,
like
but-
in my mind. I'm just like, and this is why I ask questions.
Yeah. Okay. So are we as a group being stealthy?
Well,
No,
No.
I'm already stealth.
I mean, I think. Are we?
I don't know.
I'm
Are
as
y'all
stealth
quiet?
as I can get, so I don't know.
Well, no, you still have to make an active
Yeah.
stealth roll if you're even if you're invisibly being sneaky, because you could be invisible and splash with your feet, you know.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
I think we try.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Anybody opposed? Yes, I guess.
I'll
I'm
be
not the
stealth.
leader, so
All right.
I need.
But I mean, these are technically individual decisions. Are anyone who wants to be
Oh, well, I'll
sneaky,
be stealthy.
roll
I'll
stealth.
be stealthy then.
Wait, how do I?
I
Do I
don't
have
feel
to-
the need.
We just know that it happened, Jax. You don't have to like do anything.
That's what I do.
Rizagil doesn't want to be stealthy.
Reskiel, you're not stealthing.
Nope.
Okay.
Trust me. in Char.
What's your passive stealth? What's your stealth bonus?
It is 4.
So you have a passive stealth of kind of 14 if you're just not being loud. With a plus 10, that's still kind of a passive stealth of like 24. So you're just basically invisible all the time. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Cole's the same, kind of, sort of passively 26. All right, so the party
Oh,
is.
higher you said.
The party is basically invisible. One of them actually invisible. Extremely quiet and walking into the cavern. No lights, as they are apparently no longer necessary. Everyone walks in. You make it about 15 feet before the lumps that were previously glittery do become readily apparent. There are several small piles of what appear to maybe be, or maybe were once coins. And I say were once because some of them look like they've been melted. So you see like gold, like awkwardly shaped gold blobs, somewhere in several spots in the pile. As you continue to approach, you get about 5 feet closer, and one of the gold blobs moves. And then several more of the gold blobs move. And I will give everyone the chance to stop and react if they'd like to. But in several places throughout the rough cluster of piles, there is active movement.
I pause and just don't do anything or make any noises to see what happens.
I'm just gonna take note of it and keep moving.
All right, Rezagiel is going to keep going.
I cast Fairy Fire.
All right. Let's do some reading about how Fairy Fire interacts. Gotta spell fire with an R, not Fairy Fi.
Here, I put it in the chat.
Each object in a 20-foot cube. Oh yeah, it's fucking literally everything. Okay. You're making a 20-foot cube, so you're going to cover basically the entire back of the cavern. This is verbal only, so Theodore Sweetcakes just kind of gestures into the air in front of the party, and says a singular word, and this, let's call it, I don't know, let's go like a mute pastel of sprinkle colors. So we've got like mauve and lavender and like a dim pastel pink. Just kind of brush lightly into the back of the room as a small ball, and then explode to light the entirety of the back of the cavern. You do see a relatively large pile of coinage in various metal denominations. You see the walls, of course, have lit up. The floor lights, the moving things light, and they just look like moving globs of globiness. They are like, everything is now colored this kind of mute pastel palette, so it's not like, it doesn't really stand out differently from the coin piles. But they, like, if you had to guess, they're maybe a gray green or maybe a brown green. And then I need everyone to make a perception check. Okay. Rezagiel and Aranar, being on high alert after this surprising amount of light popped up, you spot the globs, and like everybody else, they spot the globs, but you, your eyes catch on the ground. The ground in several places is also moving. And it looks off.
I'm gonna see this and kind of look around the group, see if I can catch anybody else's eye who seems to have seen the same thing. So I guess I'm gonna look back towards Aranar.
I mean, everybody's staring into the cavern, so probably nobody really looks like, oh, I've spotted that thing.
Okay.
What is that
What's what?
Globs?
on the ground?
You see it?
The ground is moving.
I know. What is this?
For the other three of you, the ground is not moving.
I don't know. But there was that gray stuff that was eating the light before.
You think that's part of this?
Maybe.
I've
we
never
have-
seen anything like it.
I've
I
never.
don't understand.
I don't think
you
I've
guys
seen
have.
anything like it before either.
Perhaps this cavern is alive? I don't know. I have no idea what to do. Do we just ignore it?
For those of you who cannot see it, it's like the ground is alive.
I'm just gonna look at them like they're dumb. What do you mean? The ground is alive.
It's moving.
And to me, I don't see any. Like it's just.
Nope. You see the
I-
stuff
listen.
on the piles. There's definitely movement on the piles.
Know how to say this. You're hallucinating.
This is why you can't be the leader. Two
We
people seeing the same thing is not a
have
hallucination.
shared hallucinations. That's just not something that we should have at this point. I think that either you three are tired or. Wait, where's. I see two of you. Where did Corvia go?
Oh, he disappeared before we went in. I have no idea, but since nobody wanted to talk about anything, I just decided to ignore it.
I'm just
Interesting.
gonna
Well,
remain silent, stay in the back.
Okay.
So
I
they don't know
assume
I'm
he's
there.
here somewhere, so whatever. I don't know. I think Aranar is onto something. I think this cavern is alive, and we need to just be aware of that. Something in here is happening to be moving. I don't know what it belongs to or why, but it's definitely happening.
And we just shot it with fairy fire, or with some sort of fire.
Perhaps we've provoked it. I don't know.
I'm gonna take out my short bow.
Okay.
Would you like me to shoot it?
Please, no, no. Don't mess with it. Let's just carry on, I suppose.
If we carry on, we have to go through the globs, correct? Are you thinking that they won't do anything since
I have no idea.
There-
Perhaps we
what do
could.
you want to do?
I think we should.
What is
take
your
one of
plan?
those scales that you have and try sticking it through the glob. Test it.
She wants you to touch the
The
glob
glob.
with a scale.
I'll go
The
poke it with an
dragon.
arrow.
Well, the arrow is probably less strong than the scale.
But an arrow comes out as a projectile. A scale that I have in my hand comes out as just me poking it.
Mm.
You could throw it. Throw the scale.
You do like to throw things.
I mean, do we really want to attack them? I don't. I just want to know if I touch it, if it's going to emit something or.
I'm just gonna walk up to it at this point.
Define
I'm
walk up
highly
to it.
annoyed with
Like you're just
interaction
walking up
with
to
it.
the pile or what?
Yes, the ground is not moving. No, I walk up to one of the globs.
Oh, so the pile with the globs on it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. I need everyone to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Pickles.
That's
Oh, that's
insight. I
not
said wisdom save.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you're right.
Nice rolls. Damn. Shit. All right. Good job, party. Da. Cool. All right. We will use. Let's go to a different map, I guess. We'll draw ourselves a little cavern. Let me go grab you guys.
Cole feels very irritated with the conversation of this group so far.
Well,
run away from the fire. You'll be fine.
I mean, I can't because I'm playing a game right now. This is way more important.
True. Alright. You guys enter into the cavern, and there's a rough pile of stuff here. And the two women spotted movement on the ground at roughly these dots. Cole, irritated, steps forward onto the ground here, and immediately a cavalcade, a susurration of babbling voices come from all around you, echoing throughout the cavern. Oh, it doesn't have an icon. Okay, well, I'll upload an icon. Let's see if we have one in here already. Totally do. Cool. The ground itself congeals into a large red mass, which I'll make huge just for y'all's sake to see, of goo, teeth, and eyes.
Easy.
Easy. And shrieks as it launches itself at Cole.
I'm gonna stop right here and try to use one of my jewels.
Does
I'm gonna try to.
Does one of your
the
jewels
black
say that you can't be surprised?
No.
Then
Does it?
Then I don't know. Does it?
I mean, no, it doesn't.
Then you ain't gonna do shit because I'm surprise rounding Cole.
God damn it!
I'm too fast.
Is he-
Immediately dies.
All right. One of the mouths just kind of like out on a just a stalk of ooze and attempts to bite onto Cole. Why are you rolling with advantage? What are you doing? There we go. Change this and this. Kapow. Alright. A 4 definitely does not hit Cole, so he is fine. Then one of the other mouths goes and spits this glob of just congealed mucousy spittle that glows as it flies through the air, landing directly in the middle of the party at Rezagale Square.
This motherfucker just hawked a neon loogie at me.
He did, and I need everyone to make a dexterity save because he did so when it explodes.
Damn, I should have been farther back.
You definitely should have.
I think I got it.
Yeah, I didn't.
You did not.
Rogues are great.
Theodore and Aranar, you did not react quickly enough, and you are blinded by the explosive flashing loogie. Everyone roll initiative. Reminder, for those of you who are new to Roll20, initiative can be found in the central column of your primary character sheet near the top. If you click your character on the page before you roll initiative, it will automatically add you to the initiative tracker.
Fuck. I forgot
Wait,
to do it.
I'm confused on where it's at.
I clicked it and didn't do it. I forgot to click myself.
That's
again.
cool.
Wait, I don't know where initiative is at.
In the center of your core character sheet, at the top,
It's next to armor.
right next to armor.
Armor? Okay, I see.
Alright, Corvia has a 15, Aeronaut has a 7, Rezagale has a 10, and Theodore has a 19. Okay. I have a -1, so that's surely not going to be very fast. It's a 0. Got it.
Hmm.
And the other me has a +3 for some stupid reason. Sure, that sounds good. Still slow as fuck, though, because that would be silly to be fast. All right. Cole, this mouth attempted to onto you, but unfortunately, or fortunately for you, you were able to dodge. However, at the start of your turn, that noise, all these mouths are constantly just babbling this like insane nonsense, and it's really digging at your ear. You should make another wisdom save. Okay. You're able to push it out of your mind and take your turn.
Okay. So I can't sneak attack it because it surprised me, right? At the moment.
It has already acted, yes.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right. I stab it
Okay.
with. We'll use a short sword. Yeah.
24 definitely hits for 7 damage. All right, you jab your short sword in, not actually sure that anything like you definitely went in there. Some goo got stabbed. Whether that did anything is not really apparent, but goo was stabbed.
Right. And cunning action. Right.
Mhm.
Actually, can I use a bonus action? Not cunning.
Cunning action is a bonus action.
I
Was
have a
there?
bonus action.
Yes, you do.
Hey, less. Okay. Can I stab it again with my other hand?
With your offhand dagger?
Yes.
Yes. .26 definitely is a critical and does bonus damage. Now, if I remember correctly, you don't get your stat damage on offhand attacks. You remember that, James? I don't remember.
Correct. On offhand attacks, you don't get stat damage, but crits only multiply the number of dice you roll.
Right. So he's got a 3. He's got 2 + 1, 3 damage. Because it was 2 + 4 dex. So, all right. So you stab it a second time with the offhand dagger for 3 more points, dealing 10 total in the round. Alrighty. You still have a move action, if you'd like to move.
No, I'm good. It'll be dead.
Alrighty. Theodore Sweetcakes. There are many angry mouths attempting to distract you. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm blind, and now whatever that
you
is.
are both blind and distracted. I'm gonna need you to roll a d8. You're too distracted. You can't, like, it gets into your brain and you're like, and you're covering your ears and your turn is over.
Okay.
Corvia, you are also struggling with the voices, even though you're invisible and they can't even see you. Make a wisdom save. Also an 8. I need you to roll a d8 as the voices get into your ears. A 4 also. Alright, same rolls. You two are too distracted, covering your invisible ears, and your turn is over. Rezagale.
Okay.
The voices are in your ears. I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw. A 5. I'm gonna need you to roll a d8 as the voices get inside your head.
Oh my god.
The whole party dies at the hands of a very not that crazy creature. Okay. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nope, wrong place.
A 1. You too. So distracted, covering your
Oh my
ears.
God.
Can't do anything this round.
More distracted in my life.
Aranar. You know, those voices are really annoying. Why don't you go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw? 18.
Okay,
All right,
nice.
you get to act.
Oh,
What do you
man.
want to do with your turn?
I don't even know because I can't see anything, so I
Oh, yeah,
can't.
you're blind this round. I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
I can't.
So
I
you-
can't throw.
So before anything happened, you saw this terrifying glob of mouths and eyes, and then you're blind. What do you want to do?
Can I shift into a bear?
You can. You'll still be
Will
blind.
will I still be blind?
Yep.
What if I shift into a bat? Will I still be blind?
You will, but I
Oh,
would
yeah,
give.
but
But,
he's-
but you'll if you want to make like an active perception, like if you want to spend your turn listening with your bat ears, you could. It's not really.
I
worth
think I'll
it.
just. I can't really.
Does she have to turn into like? I don't understand. I have no understanding of like druids or anything.
You can
But
still
he
shift into a
literally
bear and
can't.
walk towards it.
Well, I don't know where it is. That's the problem.
I mean, you definitely you saw it before you went blind, so you know it's roughly in front of you.
Okay, I will shift into a bear just
Okay.
because more hit points,
All right.
and then attempt to move forward with my sense of smell alone,
All right.
and ears and sound, like hearing.
Okay. You shift into bear form and step up onto what you notice is like really strangely soft ground. The ground feels mushy.
Can I?
Technically, you still have an action if you'd like to attack or try something.
Well, I'm afraid I might attack and hit Cole.
There's a
Too
chance.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna move forward till I can smell him, and then just
you,
wait.
you could smell him the moment you shifted. The whole cavern stinks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then I'll just move forward, but I'm not gonna do anything. I can't do anything. I don't want to do anything.
Okay. From
I don't want to kill the only person who can see this thing right now.
from the pile, all of those globs that were there before launch themselves off the pile towards the party.
It's about as expected.
4 small green blobs, oozes, kind of like you fought before in the previous cavern, all launch forward. Let's see. Give myself an ooze. How big are they? Tiny. Boy, roll 20. Go faster. Here we go. Alright, and they are small, and we get to see cat butt.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, cat asshole. The perfect companion.
Ah, there it is. Oh my god.
I'll just grab my.
Oh god, I love it. You have to get him one of those things, those little like cat
The
butt
gems
holders.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. They're so funny.
Okay. 4 small green oozy creatures. Launch forward and then swing out with tentacle-esque bits of ooze. 2 on Cole, 2 on Bearjax. Alright, 4 plus 5. Cole, Jax. Cole, what is your AC at the moment? Your armor class is the little shield at the top center of your character sheet.
15.
Ah, 2 misses. 1 very narrow as you spot the incoming danger. Bearjax, what is your current armor class? Now remember, Bear's AC is different than Aranar's AC.
Yeah, it's actually lower.
Correct.
11.
Alright, so it's 2 hits onto Baranar. Damn. And double damn. Those are really high rolls. Yeah, so two of these little green tentacles lash out, smacking Baranar straight in the face. And Baranar, not only does it hurt when it hits you in the face, but you have, like, every time it touches you, you get a headache, as if it's like assaulting your mind. And you take 20 points of damage.
Jesus.
Damn.
When we long rest, do we get our spells back that we can use?
Yes, long rest refreshes all of your spell slots. That's
Yeah,
the
the
end.
pass wisdom. Oh.
Do what? Oh yeah, you have to.
I was just saying he needs to pass a wisdom throw.
Right.
That's the issue.
It doesn't matter if you've got spells if you can't act in your turn.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so that's that. The little blobs are done. Now it's the mouthing turn. All right, cool. Let me see if I recharge my blinding spit. Totally do, like a badass. So first, it will once again attempt to bite Cole. Seven's not gonna do it. But it then attempts to blind the entire party again. Everyone make a dexterity save. All right. Theodore and Aranar. All right, now. Yeah. Theodore, Aranar, and Cole all blind this turn.
Oh.
All right. That's the end of my turn. Cole, you are blind, and those voices, they're pretty rough. Why don't you make me a wisdom save? Success. You can, in fact, act, but you can't see.
Can't kill a bear. 20 points of damage.
You're pretty sure it's in front of you. Pretty sure.
I'll try it. You know what? Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
I attempt an attack.
Change your advantage, disadvantage slider over to disadvantage and make your attack. Okay. Go back. 18 still hits. Very solid. 5 piercing damage. You want to swing again?
Still alive? It's
Still
still
alive.
going? Yeah. That's 15. Dang.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean,
Let's go again.
That's only 15. Not that's 15. Dang. 8 unfortunately does not cut it. Your blindness, you swing wide. Would you like to take a move action, stumble around in the dark, provoke a lot of attacks of opportunity?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Theodore Sweetcakes, you are currently blind, and you know what? Those earworms, always present. You can act this turn, you just can't see.
All right, he is getting away from this noise
Just
and
stumble
nonsense
backwards.
over here.
All right. Theodore stumbles backwards. Anything else?
And then
Theodore?
he turns about face, and he's gonna try to Eldritch Blast.
All right, a blast into the darkness through his 2 allies. Go ahead.
Yo,
Sorry, disadvantage, sir.
oh, is it not fairy fired?
Well, that is true. I wonder if fairy fire. Could I spell out? So I need to make deck saves for all of them to be sure. He's a -1. 20 -1. 10. Does that do it? No?
No.
Damn. Alright.
You're looking for a 13.
The blobs. One of the blobs is not fairy fired. Okay. Now, is this a fancy magical effect? Any creatures. Any attack roll against a creature that is affected by an advantage if the attacker can see it, which you can't.
Point.
So, disadvantage, please, sir.
Darn it.
18 still good, but no crit damage.
All right, so just the 11 then.
Alrighty.
Darn it.
Darn it. Alright, 11 force damage as it narrowly weaves between 2 allies to blast a mouth. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for him.
Corvia, you are you able to see at the moment? I believe you
Yeah.
are. You are. But let's see if you can handle the voices.
Probably not.
13
Oh,
does it. You can, in fact, handle the voices this round.
All right, let's see. So those blobs are like enemies.
The little blobs and the big red blob, all enemies.
Okay. I don't know if my skill does team hit though. That's the thing. Thunder wave.
It does.
Oh, it does. Okay. I use animal friendship on the red blob.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure the intelligence might not be high enough, but I'm gonna use that on the red
Well,
blob.
part of the so you want to read this spell very carefully.
Yeah, it says you convince it does so it doesn't do harm, but
Right,
if it
but
gets
you're
attacked-
glossing over some important words.
You see within range.
Nope.
Is that it?
Nope.
I'm so confused.
Which spell are you casting?
Animal friendship.
Animal friendship.
Oh,
Look at
Intelligence
the
higher
look at the
than 4?
target.
Oh.
Do you think this is one of those?
No. It's...
Okay. For those of you who can't read this, the animal friendship targets beasts. Beast is a very particular type of monster, which is usually animals. Oozes are not animals.
Okay. Let's see. I pull out my short bow and shoot an arrow towards the far left blob, the green one.
Okay. Roll short bow attack. A 10, unfortunately. The bulbs are small, very agile, difficult to hit. Your short bow flies wide. Anything else, sir?
I use my bonus action of Healing Ward and use it on Aranar.
On Baranar?
Yeah, Baranar. Yes, on Baranar.
Okay.
And I'll step back to... is that 10 feet? 2 blocks?
2 blocks is 10 feet, yes.
Yeah, no, I'll step back to 10 feet.
Okay. Roll the healing word.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy! 9 healing to Baranar. That's Corvia. Rezagale, you can see this turn? Yes, you can currently see, but can
Yep.
you act?
I don't know.
Let's make a wisdom save and find out.
Let's pretend that I could.
With a 10, you just barely manage to shrug the words out of your mind, push them out, and you can choose to act.
Okay.
If you want to, you don't have to. Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure you don't. Let's see. All right. I'm either gonna stabby stab, or I'm going to try to use my motherfucking Black Onyx.
Well, which is it?
I'm gonna use a Black Onyx. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. Let me go refresh my memory on what that does.
Okay. Let me know if any of the verbiage doesn't apply and I have to not do it. I mean, obviously, but I don't know if this type of creature qualifies.
Ah, yes. This type of creature certainly qualifies.
Fuck yes.
You going for the big red one or one of the little green ones?
I'm gonna go for the big red one.
Okay. Cool. A 1 doesn't cut it. So you bring your hands up, pick out what the black onyx, one of the stones, from your face, and hold it out in front of your eyes, gazing through it at the large red ooze. You feel it vibrate, but this type of spell has no visible effects, so something happened.
Okay.
You still have a move and bonus action.
I'm gonna direct my attention towards the smaller blobs and try to stab one. I guess.
I think the black onyx is an action, so you don't have a stab left.
Oh.
You can use any of your cunning actions, or pass the turn, or move, or whatever.
I think. Okay. All right. So I think what I would like to do, I think I'm just going to skip for now and not do anything else and see how it plays out.
All right. The blob's turn. They turn towards their targets and once again lash out.
Wait, did I get to go?
No, I skipped you because you're smelly. Go ahead. First, you can't see because you're currently a blind bear. Right? Yeah, you're blind, and the voices make me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Maybe we'll discover that you failed this save, and I should have skipped you anyway.
I was like, wait a second.
Ouch.
I'm pretty sure I get a turn.
No.
here.
All right, you pass. You can act, but you can't see.
Okay, they're on me, right? The blobs are on me.
They're not like on top of you, but they are definitely like right up in your space.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to swipe at them with
Alright. With your bear paws.
my bare paws.
Alrighty, you get to make one bite and one claw attack. They are with disadvantage, so make sure and change that up at the top
Okay, disadvantage.
due to your blindness. And you can just click bite and click claws. 16 does hit, so you bite one of the oozes for 9.
Probably tastes disgusting.
It does taste awful.
Yeah.
The other ooze jukes the paw. Not that you can see it anyway, because you're blind. Do you want to move?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Now it's the blob's turn. They lash out once more, twice at Cole and twice at Baranar. Cole, Baranar. Ha ha ha! So many hits. Get fucked.
Damn.
Roll 1d4 plus 3 plus 1d4. This is Cole's damage, 8. And this is Baranar, 13. Baranar, are you still a bear?
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Cool. Alright, the blobs don't need to move, and that is their turn. The Mouther goes, and
Too fast. Can't catch me.
the two of you who are near the Mouther, near the big red blob, feel the ground get less soft. Like it solidifies beneath your feet all of a sudden. And the Mouther leaves, so that like it starts to slither away towards the big pile.
Yes! Yes!
The bear is blind, so it can't react. But Cole, if you'd like to lash out as it leaves your threatened area, you can. It's called, which is called an attack of opportunity in
yeah.
mechanics.
Oh, yes.
All right, make a single attack. Cool. You do 6 more damage as it leaves your area. And it gets in, like, it really just spreads itself over the pile of coinage, and you see the mouths start to devour coins.
God damn it!
My heart.
All right, I had
That's
to
where
know.
that dragon died.
This is directly related to my question.
Yep.
Now I know for the future.
Yep.
Okay, it's a learning thing.
It
Okay,
is.
guys.
It is. I mean, this technically is a major assistance to both you and Shar.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna just tell you guys out of character. I called upon Shar's Dominion originally, and then I used this Black Onyx thing, which basically allows her to take over a creature from the Underdark.
But not her.
Yeah.
Pepper's character is not taking over. Shar, the goddess,
Char
takes over the
is
creature.
Why is she eating my coin?
Oh.
Why is she eating my coins?
well, she's kind of taken over this area, and she's gonna do how
but, like,
she sees fit.
Purely out of
Matt?
character knowledge, Shar is claiming these coins. She
Yeah,
like
exactly.
as the ooze eats them, Shar is gaining money.
I am upset.
Okay.
Can I talk to Mask? Can I?
Yo dog,
Talk
you
to
tell
her,
this
Matt.
bitch to back off.
Can I talk to Mask real quick?
Right, it's gonna take longer than a real quick. You can spend your turn trying to talk to Mask if you like.
You won't listen.
You probably
Um,
won't.
You won't. You won't.
Okay, so that's the Mouther's turn. Cole, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna try to shoot it.
The Mouther? The red thing?
I want those coins.
Okay.
I need to kill it as soon as possible.
You're gonna go up against her for them, so
Out of like in character, I don't know what's happening.
That's in
I
character, he has
know.
no idea.
I
I
just know
just
it's eating my coins.
So you're pulling out your ranged weapon and taking a shot.
Yes.
Good.
Is this at? Is just normal? That doesn't
Actually, since you are still within range of it, the voices are still in your ears. Go ahead and start your turn with that wisdom save.
You know we win these.
Nope.
No, we don't.
Roll a d8.
No, we don't. Is this how you do? No. How do I
Slash
do
roll space 1d8.
that? Roll space. Slash roll space D18.
1d8. There you go. A 7. You're thinking about how you definitely need to kill that creature because it's eating the coins. But then the voices, they're too much for your mind. You take that dagger in your hand, and I need you to roll. Well, first, Baranar, would you say that the number 1 or 2 is better?
It depends on if it's
No,
against me or.
no. Would you say the number 1 or 2 is better?
Fuck. 2.
All right, roll a 1d2. All right, you're attacking Rezagale. Make a melee attack. Make a standard dagger attack.
Okay.
She did. I'm too strong.
All right. Does a 14 hit you, Rezagale? No, Rezagale, you're not getting it. You're not attacking. You're getting
Oh,
attacked.
you're not attacking. You're getting hit.
Cole is attacking you.
Yeah, Cole's hitting you.
24 definitely hits you, so take 8
Yep.
damage as he stabs the shit out of you.
Oh, great.
Cole, he's clutching his head. He looks so confused. He turns around and his eyes are just like fucking going all over the place. Then he just right in the shoulder.
Fuck her.
All right, Cole's turn is over. Theodore Sweetcakes.
All right, I can see the things over there on the far side. I'ma kill it. I hex the Gibberine Mouther over there,
Okay.
You can go that far.
and then blast it.
Is your hex just a thing that happens? Do I save anything or anything?
Yeah, it's just a thing that happens. There's no save as a part of it. It's a mark that deals bonus damage, and then I'm supposed to choose a stat to make it so that
Alright,
when it
that
makes
I'm
a
worse at,
ability
yeah.
check on that, it gets disadvantage. But most of the time, that's not going to apply. I'll pick strength.
Okay. Cool. He's worse at strength. 21 definitely hits. 11 points. Owie. Another blast of sprinkle-filled angry energy. You want to move or do anything else?
No, he's good there in the back of the cave.
Cool. Next up is Corvia.
I'm out of range for that.
You are out of range for the whispers, yes.
Can I shoot my arrow that far? I don't think I can.
If you've got I imagine so, unless you've got a hand crossbow. What's the range? He's only 35 feet away.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, I think the short bow range is 60, so you have plenty.
Yeah, I'll shoot the red one. Red bob.
Alright, go ahead.
Pull it.
Please kill.
Oh,
Perfect.
good. Our first fumble. I'm so excited. Roll. Rezagale, would you say the number 1, 2, or 3 are better?
Oh god.
I'm gonna say 2 is better.
Oh, okay. And Cole, 1 or 3?
Going with 3.
All right. Go ahead and roll a 1d3 for me, Corvia. Three shoots towards Cole. Go ahead and make a new attack roll for me.
New bow.
Yeah, shoot your bow again.
It's gonna kill him. 50 down.
Gonna fucking crit and be like 18. 21 definitely hits Cole. The arrow, you're aiming, you're trying to aim it up, but at the last second, your grip, sweat slips the bow down just slightly, catching Cole in the back of the shoulder unexpectedly with a small arrow. 3 damage to Cole. Would you like to move or take a bonus action? Not you. Corvia.
Yeah. I'm just.
Oh, you see, she's trying to get herself healed. I see.
How far can you move?
You? 30 feet.
Yeah.
Six squares.
So diagonal counts as 5 or 10.
5. And 6 squares
I
in any
move.
direction.
I move behind Baranar.
Baranar, okay. Scooch up behind Baranar.
And I have to end my turn because I have to do it next turn.
You don't have a bonus action?
The bonus action was the healing ward, and I used that already. I don't have another bonus.
I'm confused. Did you healing word this turn?
No, I did it the last turn.
But you can do
So it's
it
already used
more
it.
than once.
Oh, you can?
So,
the one time.
no, let's talk about your spell slots again. Let me go to your sheet. So if we go to your spells page and shrink animal friendship, so you'll see you got 4 first level slots. So you could cast healing word 4 times. Technically, you could also use a second level slot and heal for more. So if you used them all, you could cast healing word 6 times.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, healing word.
Okay.
Baranar.
Roll healing word.
Shot me in the back of the shoulder, doesn't care.
He did.
Sucks, man. There's only 3
Alright.
damage. You got it.
Steps up behind Baranar, and once again, healing words for 9. Alrighty. Rezagale, you are in range for those whispers. Why don't you go ahead and listen, or not, as you choose.
Wait, am I rolling wisdom?
Wisdom save, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
10, just barely.
God. Okay. I'm gonna try again to hit, I guess, this blob.
One of the which blob?
Uh,
There are
this
4.
one.
Okay,
The second one.
yeah, the second one.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. 18 hits a blob, 3 piercing damage.
Not much though, but hey.
Still something.
Something.
So, combat tutorials here. Neither of you rogues have been asking me about advantages or should I be sneak attacking or anything like that.
Right.
So, Pepper, should you be sneak attacking right now?
I guess.
I mean, I don't mind if you don't want to. It doesn't bother
Yeah,
me.
I should.
Let's roll your sneak
Do you
attack
re-
damage.
How do I do that? Is it
Uh,
okay, never mind. I see it on there.
Yeah.
3.
3 more points. All right. With the aid of Cole distracting the blobs, you are able to get on a slightly more critical attack and cut a little more of the ooze apart. Are you doing the appropriate amount of sneak attack damage?
I don't know.
Have you updated your sneak attack damage based on your character's level?
No, that's like the only thing I didn't do. I thought I'd done everything right.
So close.
Roll 1d6 more.
Roll 1 more d6, and I will update your sneak attack for you.
Thank you. Oh my fucking god. God, I was like so
5
proud
more
of
points.
myself.
All right.
So proud of myself.
Feeling good. This particular ooze looking like it does not have much life left in it, I think. Yeah, still a little bit, but not much left. Cool beans. You still have a bonus action. What do you want to do, if anything?
I'm going to.
You have more than one dagger. You want to stab again? Are you a one dagger kind of gal?
I only have one dagger. I have a rapier. I
Ah,
could stab with the rapier.
there you go.
So, I guess I will stab with the rapier.
Okay. Offhand rapier stab. 23 definitely hits. We'll take out the dex damage and roll a 6, so 6 points. The ooze, basically just a singular sentient gloop, still rides menacingly with its 1 hit point. Ha ha!
What fun.
Aranar, still in range of the whispers, needs to attempt to deal with the whispering in her mind, making a bear wisdom save. A 5. Unfortunate. The bear cannot handle the wisdom needs and needs to roll a d8 to see what she does this turn.
And does that roll?
1d8 / roll space 1d8. A 7. Angry that Cole is attacking his comrades, she too decides to attack a comrade.
Oh, Jesus. We're all gonna die.
We'll save time here. Cole's 1, Rezagale's 2, Corvia is 3. The left ooze is 4, right ooze is 5. Roll a 1d5, Baranar.
Oh, cool.
5. Yes, you attempt to attack right ooze.
Yeah.
Nice, lucky.
That's
Roll.
pretty great.
So you make a single melee attack. So roll your bite. A 20 definitely hits. You deal 12 piercing to the fresh one on your right.
I was just so mad, you know.
You're super upset about it, for sure.
I wasn't remembering all of the damage.
The blobs, enraged by all this damage they're taking, they once again lash out in anger. Twice at Cole and twice at Baranar. Cole, Baranar. For 3 hits out of 4. They are amazing.
Wait, did you
I don't
roll
see 'em.
these?
Did I roll what?
Oh, I thought you said they hit. I
They
thought
do-
you were
they do-
rolling.
They do hit.
Oh,
Oh.
there it is. It just updated.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it was
It was lagging? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so 3 hits, 1 on Cole, 2 on Baranar. Cole, Baranar. 17 to Baranar. You're still a bear now, Baranar!
Fucking barely.
Are you really? Nice.
Excellent.
All these damn heals.
I'm trying.
I got no love.
Yeah. You've taken less than half of the damage Baranar has.
Oh my
To
god.
be fair.
I'm faster. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. Okay, the blobs are done. The mouther continues to devour gold, eating up your potential rewards turn by turn. Cole, you are up. You are still in range of the whispers. Go ahead and make that wisdom save. 17's
If only
good.
Bard still had counter song.
If only. I mean, it's not a level 3 ability anymore, is it? I think you do have counter song somewhere.
They do?
Yeah.
What?
Not you.
Oh, but like I could have got it.
Maybe not. I'm just imagining things.
I was pretty sure they didn't.
Yeah, I guess not.
I didn't think I saw
Oh, they have
it,
counter
yeah.
charm at 6th level. It breaks frightened and charm conditions.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to it.
To the red one?
Just walk
Yes.
through
All
it.
right. Your character is aware, even if you are not, that leaving the threatened space of an enemy means you will be attacked.
I can disengage with cunning action though and still have my main attack, right?
Correct. But the
Yeah, let's do that.
disengage action only buys you so much.
Oh, not enough.
Let's see. Let me go refresh myself. Your movement. Oh, it actually just straight up does not provoke. Yeah, you're good. All right, yeah, you
Oh, you just run past
bonus
Just rogue-
action
just
disengage.
rogue things.
Just rogue things, no big deal.
Just
Yeah.
rogue
All
things.
right. So you I don't know, you fucking tumble. You're like "Hoo-yah!" out of the area towards the red guy, I assume. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You've got an action left.
I'm going to stab it.
Okay.
Nobody wants to talk about their freaking abilities in the top of the morning. Things eating everything.
I mean, you're literally the one who went in first.
23 is good. 7 piercing damage.
Is it dead?
It's not dead.
All my coins are gone.
All right. Cool. It's you. You've moved and done all the things. Teddy Sweetcakes.
I go a pew pew.
A pew pew.
A pew pew.
Oh, and I do have advantage this time.
Yes, because you can see it.
I totally. Well, no, because I lost concentration on that.
Ah, yes. Good, good. Because I'd forgotten about that a long time ago.
Yo. Yeah, another 6.
Alrighty. 6 more forcey points. It's I mean, it's not looking. It's looking smaller. There's definitely less red goo than there was before.
But it still has the ability to eat coins.
It still has mouths, teeth, and eyes.
I'm gonna have okay.
Anything else, Sweet Cakes?
Nope, that's it.
Corvia.
No, I'm out of the sound. Okay, good.
Yeah, you're not in the whispers at the moment.
I use Cure Wounds on Baranar.
Okay. Ten points to Baranar. Still feeling quite berry.
Oh,
Anything else, Corvia?
I don't know if I should use another healing one.
You can only cast 1 spell per turn.
Oh, okay.
You
I
do
guess I
have
use-
some bonus actions, though. You could use
I use
your.
my bone shoot it.
No, that's also an action.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't. know
Bard
what
bonus
bonus-
actions are the Inspire feature. This is where you bust out your instrument or say something really nice to your homie, and they get a plus 1d6 to their next something of their choice.
I might. Yeah, I'll use that on Cole since he's close to it and be able to attack the red one.
Okay, how do you do this? What do you do?
I use my loot.
You pull out your lute,
Pull out my loot.
strum him an encouraging ditty, and Cole, you feel magically focused or something. For the next 1 minute, which is the next 10 rounds of combat, you can, before or after a d20 roll for something like attack or saves, you can, but like before, after you roll, but before I announce the result, you can choose to boost it by this feature.
Okay. And my turn after that.
All right, Rezagale, still in range of whispers, needs to save wisely.
Oh god. If only I could choose to do that. I did. Nice. Yay.
Go ahead and act as you please.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do another sneak attack. So do I roll that one after I roll my dagger or before? Does it matter?
Sneak attack is a damage activity, so you need to hit first.
Got it. That makes sense.
20 is certainly good enough. Now, unfortunately, you do not have sneak attack at the moment. Do you know
Oh.
why?
Because I already did it.
No, you can. That's true. You can only do it once per turn, but this is a new turn.
Right.
What are the conditions that apply sneak attack?
Mhm. You don't. Okay. You don't need advantage on the attack if you is within 5 feet of it, or the enemy isn't incapacitated. I don't know.
So the thing that you had last turn was Cole was within 5 feet of your target. Cole moved.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
unless you're attacking one
So
of the
he's
ones,
impeding
unless
my.
you're, unless you're changing your target to one of the ones on Baranar, you don't have
Yeah.
sneak attack. Now you could swap to her targets.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so the one that I hit is
Mhm.
still alive, right?
Yes, it is a tiny sliver of malevolent energy.
Right. And these other ones, like on Baranar, how much damage have been done to those specific ones?
They both look damaged, but not as much as yours.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance and just try to hit this the left one on Baranar.
Okay. 8 points with the sneak attack damage is in fact just enough. You slice through what remains of that ooze.
Good.
Nice.
Oh, thank God.
You still have a bonus action if you'd like to stab again or do something else.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take a shot at the other one on her.
Okay. 16 is enough. You deal the base 2 points, and it is slightly closer to death.
Nice.
Do you want to move?
No, I don't want to move.
All right. Baranar, still within whisper range, needs to make a bear wisdom save.
Here we go.
You mean her wisdom save?
Technically the same.
Okay.
I did put her mentals into her shifted stats, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Critical, yes, you can easily push the whispers out. They're nothing to you. Go ahead and act normally, whatever you'd like to do.
Well, I'd like to attack the guys on me.
All right.
No.
One of them got killed by Rezagale, but the other still lives.
Yeah. Can I bite and claw the same one?
You can
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
do it. Nice. Actually, the bite's enough. You chomp down. You would miss with the claws anyways, but you chomp down and squish. The last of that particular ooze just falls
How's
through
it
your
taste?
jaws. Tastes awful.
I start gagging a little bit.
Just you have a move action if you'd like.
There's still one left, right?
There are 2 left,
There's two
but
on
they're a
there.
little bit away from you. You'd have to move over.
I'll move over.
Okay, so you scooch up over here. Kapow. There. It's their turn. They're displeased with their loss of target. They will assault Rezagale. Two easy hits on pitiful Rezagale
Oh.
for 17 points to Rezagale's
I
gooby face.
am unconscious.
Hell yeah. Nice work. Rezagale, as in my previous description, the part of the hit seems to attack your mind directly, and you feel the headache, and it's too much. It overwhelms you, and you pass out. Rezagale is bleeding on the ground. The Mouther's turn once again consumes more coins. Nom nom. Cole, in range of the whispers, makes a
Go hard
wisdom save.
inspiration, too.
A 5. Now, you might choose to use your bardic inspiration here, hoping to roll high, or just accept that the loss of your turn.
I shall try.
All right, roll a 1d6 and hope for a 5 or higher. A 1 will not cut it. Unfortunately, the inspiration is expended. It was not a very good song, apparently.
Yeah. I need more
Uh,
practice.
obviously. Cole rolls a 1d8 to see how he deals with the whispers. A 4. Overcome by madness, he loses his turn, passing it to Theodore Sweetcakes.
Chip here.
You still blasting red guy?
Still blasting red one.
All
Yeah.
right, 14 more force points of damage. And I believe, if I go and check my screen, that he does, in fact, into red gloop all over what remains of the coins.
How much would you say remains of the coins?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to check
Find out after.
afterwards.
We'll have to count them.
Yes. I mean, he definitely ate a sizable amount. 3 rounds of tons of mouths just devouring coins. But it's not over. Corvia, it's your turn. Your friend lies at your feet, dying. She's
For the
fine.
for the inspiration, can you use it every like turn?
Every turn,
as a
yeah.
bonus?
Until you run out of them. There's a number. You have a number of them per long rest or per day on the right side of your sheet in the resources section.
Oh, fine.
I've already ticked one of them down for you.
Okay. I use Cure Wounds on Rezagia.
Ezekiel heals
That's the
for
heal.
10 points. And is that how many slots left do you have?
I'm not sure.
You gotta keep track of that every time you cast.
I used Cure Wounds twice, and I used Healing Word twice.
Right. So how many slots do you have left?
I don't see it. Where...
In the spells tab on your character sheet,
Mhm.
it tells you how many of each slot you have available to you.
Oh, 3.
So you had 4 at the start of the day, and you've cast
Yeah.
4 times. So you have 0.
Oh, 0. And I have to.
You have 2 second levels, but you already cast invisibility once, which is a second
Yeah,
level. So you
so
have
it's
one.
one.
You have 1 spell left,
So I'm
and
at
it is second level. You can get so you can remember you can cast up. So you can remember when it asks you what level do you want to cast at. That's the level of the slot you consume. So you can still cast Cure Wounds or Healing Word at second level and consume that last slot.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, you heal for 10. So you have a bonus left if you'd like to inspire again. Otherwise, you can move or end your turn.
I'll inspire Baranar, hoping she can kill the slot.
Okay. Baranar, you're inspired by a ditty.
Diddly do.
Yes. Rezagiel, you are currently on the ground, but awake and alive.
I am. I guess. All right. Wisdom.
Yes. No. The red thing is dead. You're free of the
red.
wisdom saves.
Oh, thank God. As soon as I like roll a really good one too.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to go ahead and try to get either of these blobs that are right near
Would you
me.
like to stand up?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a
Stand
good
up.
start.
Now you'd like to stab a blob, probably the one that's just a tiny sliver.
Yeah.
"19 does it. You destroy the remaining blob sliver. Would you like to use your offhand attack?
Yes.
8, unfortunately, not good enough. Still woozy from being unconscious just moments ago. Baranar, a singular small ooze remains.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite that thing.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm gonna try and hit it with my claw if that does nothing.
Hell yeah. Both good. 19 points. Baranar just shreds the final ooze to bits. Finally, after much hardship, the party finds itself victorious.
Yeah.
Let me just go
I
ahead
would-
and...
I was this close to being unconscious at one point.
Were you really?
No, it's- when you're in shifted form, when you run out of hit points, you just shift back. You're still awake.
Oh, okay.
You're awake at whatever hit points you had before you shifted.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That's why you're such a good tank, is because it just increases your hit point pool by a bunch.
Yep.
Yeah, I was at 2
Nice.
at one point.
Let me just go ahead and redraw the gold pile.
1 coin.
What?
Weird. It's much smaller.
Yeah.
Are you excited because we won?
Oh man.
Do you want to go outside?
So how much is there?
I don't know. You'll have to count it, I
You
guess.
gotta walk up.
You have to interact with the game. So the fight ends.
Okay.
I don't feel that great, but what's left over there?
Oh, enough to take a small bath in, maybe?
How small.
I don't understand why the creature, mid-fight, would turn around and start eating all of the coins. I just don't get it.
Yeah, they just magically disappeared, even though we killed the creature. Like it like dissolved all the coins somehow.
I don't really know why it did that.
Make a deception check.
Interesting thing. Oh, can I roll insight?
Hold on, she has to make a deception check first.
Say less.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Hold on. Let me just go
I
ahead
feel
and
So golden
call
on
this
that
out.
one. It's such bullshit. Oh
Yeah,
god.
six.
See that.
I feel like Cole is extremely aware that Rezagale definitely does know why that might have happened.
Does she though? Honestly?
Might. Who knows?
Okay, alright, alright.
So as like you, Rezagale, you definitely know that you did a thing, and then a
Right.
creature stopped attacking your party and started eating coins for some reason. You may
Yeah.
not know what the motivations and the details are, but you know you did a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, how does this look from my like? I know that I like what. How should I play this? Like, so
You-
she said, "Oh, I don't know."
So yeah, so like insight gives you doesn't say like this part is a lie. It's more vagaries that like she said, oh, I have no idea what happened, and she said it just like I have no idea how that happened.
I don't know.
Right, and I'm just. Okay.
Wait, were all the coins consumed?
Not all of them.
Not all of it. Very little left.
No, it was like majority. I would say a strong 85%. Maybe 90.
Who knows?
I'm going off of the drawing.
I know.
So I guess I don't say anything. I'll just look and then just go and count.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So anyone else doing anything? I can see that two of you are counting the money.
I go over and I sit down next to them. It's still in bear form,
Yeah.
by the way. But I'm just watching them.
Just go and plop yourself down as a bear. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit
Yeah,
down.
I'm
on
gonna
the
go watch him too.
All right. Everybody hangs out near the gold pile.
Yep.
Alrighty. Since two of you are counting, I'll let you both roll since it's both of your faults when you roll low. Roll a D250, Cole and Teddy.
So literally just roll D250.
Slash roll space 1D250. Good roll.
Very
Long
impressive.
coin.
Theodore. James. There he is.
Yep.
Ah, bad roll. Unfortunate. Well, so the pile, I mean, it's still a sizable pile. It looks impressive, but once you really start looking through it, there's a lot more copper and silver than you'd really like there to be. All told, you find, what's that, 109? 209? Yeah, 209 gold in varied denominations. Lots of copper and silver.
You're telling me that all of this amounted to 200.
Now, to be
I'm
to be clear about money in D&D, 200 gold is like a village's lifetime's worth of money. A peasant
Oh,
could eat for, like, if they're stretching it thin, a peasant could make a gold last a month or more in food.
oh, say less. Okay, I'm. All right, cool. So yeah, we collect that and walk away, saying nothing.
Yeah, like at levels 2 and 3, this is still a king's ransom to your characters. Now, yes, it still would have been a lot more money, but even
Yeah.
knowing that, this is still more money than you've ever seen.
Right. I mean, how much was it?
It was about 115 gold pieces.
Deception
I
check,
snuck-
please.
We're watching him.
We're
Yeah, but he
seeing
didn't
you.
count. You said he just says a number.
Yeah, but we see more than
I only
15
counted
points.
61. You have better eyes than I do.
Alright.
Do we have to all do insight?
I wanna
Yes.
do it.
All three of you, all four of you make insight. Okay. You can roll 2 if you want, sweet cakes. All right, so just the one. Arinar, you think he's lowering that number by a little bit. You're not sure by how much, and it seems like it's not a lot, but definitely some.
I growl menacingly.
Still in bear form, she just looks at Cole and growls.
I don't even. I'm just walking. I don't care.
He's just trying to own his lie. Doesn't give a shit.
I switch back into human form.
Okay.
And I'm like, I was watching you count that, sir, and like start following him out.
Now, to be clear, this is not how gold you have in your pockets. You don't have 148 gold in your pockets. This is a pile of coins that you have to carry somehow. Like, this is fucking 3 feet of coins. It probably weighs an ass load.
So how do we transport that?
That's
All
a good
right.
question.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to carry it, and as we all know, I don't have that much in my bags comparatively. So
In fact, given our last scene with the scales, Cole, you probably can't carry almost any of this.
yeah, it's
Hey, I
real
can carry
unfortunate.
some. I'll take some of the coins.
It's real unfortunate.
I have a lot.
I will also take some of the coins.
Yeah. If they're just gonna leave it here, I'll just take the rest.
I will take those. Thank you very much.
Something tells me you're the reason there's not more.
Something tells me you need to stop talking.
All right, so
How much
Yeah.
should
Oh,
we?
you young
I'm like,
whippersnapper.
DM, you sure I can't?
Wait, how much can we each carry in our
Feel a lot of
bags?
tension in the studio today.
that's part of the question. So, like, if you're not gonna be picky about who carries things, then we'll just say you split it up, and I won't worry about it. But if individual characters care about having a specific amount of money, then we have to handle it.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't
My
care.
character
As long as
doesn't
I
really
have-
care. My
As long
character is more just like trying to call him out.
As long as Cole doesn't have too much, it's okay with
Yeah,
everybody. Okay. All right. So we will put 209 gold into party loot, and it's split up however the weight needs to be shifted.
Got it.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now I need, let's say Barinar to roll 1d5.
1d5. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, she didn't shift that.
I did. I said it. I yelled at him.
Not bad.
All right. So Barinar's rolling whose fault this is.
Okay. Try
4.
mine.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's Corvia's fault. Corvia, let me just
What'd you let me do?
throw this out here. Here, just a second. No big deal. No big deal.
Oh boy.
That's not the table.
yeah.
I'm supposed to be on the table. There we go. right, Corvia. Roll me a 2 D100s.
So 1d100.
2 D100. A 24 and a 14. Okay. In addition to the pile of golds, you also find some items. One of them is a pair of finely crafted, engraved bone dice that are probably worth some money as like an art object. And 2 is that's garbage. Let's just go here. Okay, cool. 2 is a, let's see, who does weapons in the party? Only the rogues use weapons. +1, or is a finely crafted, well-worked dagger.
Go 4.
24. And a pair of... Wait, why is it so high? What is this? Why? What? What are you doing, table? Fuck you, that's way too big. Yeah, that's way better. All right.
Let's have it.
No, that's not happening. You already got a bunch of free shit. You get and a potion, a vial of some sort of smoky gray liquid.
So we choose who to take.
Smoky gray liquid, you say?
Yes, there's a extremely well crafted dagger and a vial of smoky gray liquid.
There's been a lot of
Let's go outside, and then I can take a look at those and see what they may be doing.
gray stuff.
Yes, if you could take a look at this dagger, that would be great. I'd like to know if there's any sort of magic associated with it.
You seem to have naturally. Okay.
I mean, it's take or be taken. I don't know what you want from me.
Yes, let's get out of here. I don't like this
Yeah.
place.
Okay. The 5 of you collect the loot, head back into the main cavern with the dead dragon, the dead and largely consumed dragon corpse, and step off to the side. Feeling, some of you, very tired, even though you're only like 45 minutes into the morning.
All right.
I'm fucking dying, y'all.
Well, if you all need to take a nap, I'll make some
Please.
lunch.
Yeah, so you guys can take a short nap.
I'll make some lunch while you all take a nap.
Is it short rest or longer rest?
Short rest is the 1 hour, and it's not.
No, but what are we choosing?
So think about the question you're asking. You woke up 45 minutes ago. Do you really think you can long rest?
No, okay, right. Short rest.
And what is it? Out of character. What does the short rest do again? Like for us?
It lets you spend your hit die to do some healing without like expending other resources. Some classes get some of their resources back on short rests.
Okay.
So I just do mine 3 times if I have 3 hit die.
If you complete a short rest, yes.
Okay.
Assuming I
Okay,
don't
on the
murder you in the day.
Short rest. I use Sangha rest for short rest.
There you go. Okay, I was waiting. I was hoping he would remember
Yeah,
his
I was
class
gonna use
feature.
that,
Good,
yeah.
good. All right. So if you're spending hit die during this short rest, you can roll an extra 1d6 manually and get that as a bonus. So make sure you do
Sick.
that after your first hit die. Now, Baranar, you have. I don't think you've lost any HP, right?
No,
Yeah,
I never went.
Not from your real hit point pool. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So everyone settles down for a short rest, and the ritual of magical detection, I believe, is going off. Unless you also happen to have identify, because it's
No,
good.
just detect magic.
Good. Fucking identify.
Why does my total hit dice says 3, but it says I only have 1?
Probably.
I mean, I just
Probably because you never put it back up.
okay. I do that now.
Okay. All right. Roll 1 hit die plus your Song of Rest if you're doing that, Pepper.
It was a 1d6.
So roll hit die first. Click
Yeah.
the hit die button, and then manually roll 1d6.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Good rolls. No. You should always do Song of Rest on your first hit dice, just in case it gets you close enough that you wouldn't want to use the others.
Okay. All right. Do I even need to bother now then?
No, because you're definitely going to be at full now.
Right. Okay. Good to know. For
All
the
right.
future.
Okay, so the dagger is definitely magical. You can tell it has enchantment upon it. And you think it's probably just some simple enchantment, but you can't identify what it is. The potion is definitely a potion of... Randy lost the page. Potion of...
Run lost a page.
Yes. Yes. I will send it to you in the DMs just in case your character would like to be sly.
May I look at the dagger?
Oh, poopy. This potion's just, the potion's it's probably reasonably valuable. The dagger's a simple enchantment on it. Why don't you see if it can cut off some of the scales off that dragon easier than we were yesterday? It'll tell us if it's sharp or if it'll burst into flame or something else.
Here's a second.
Anyone?
I volunteer to do that.
Avoid.
I don't want to do it.
I volunteer to do that because
Okay.
I wanted to look at the dagger anyway. Can I
Go.
Aaron,
Can
you
I
have
roll?
a dagger.
can I roll Arcana on it too?
You have to have Detect Magic running to
Oh,
get that
okay.
Arcana
Never
roll.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I'll go try to slice off. Wait, is there anything left on it to slice
Not
off?
much, but you can find like a scale, to try this.
Did Cole
Okay.
not rest?
Huh?
Did Cole not rest?
I don't know. Cole, did you rest?
I will. I just haven't rolled for you.
Okay.
So I go over there
Okay.
and I try to slice off a scale.
Okay. You do find that it is it's not that difficult. Not nearly as hard as Cole make it look yesterday. You must be really weak.
Wow, this is really easy. I'm just gonna snip off a few more. I come back to the group.
I'm just gonna nod in silence as I say nothing.
Cole, don't forget your free 1d6 from the Song of Rest. There you go. If 8's enough, feel free to stop, but if you need more healing, feel free to use another. Alright, so Aranar returns having easily sliced through a couple of scales.
Who gets it?
I don't really care about the scales.
No, she's talking about the
No.
dagger.
The dagger? I don't care about the dagger either. You guys take whatever.
I mean,
I think it should be determined in a fair way.
all right,
What?
let's rock paper scissors this.
That's
Rock,
2 out of
paper-
3.
Rock, paper,
Hey.
scissors over camera, Discord, internet delays.
No, but I'm assuming Randy knows how to
Sure,
roll the dice.
sure. We'll just do them in order. You guys can both roll 1d3s. Rock is 1, paper is 2, scissors is 3.
Okay,
How are you gonna remember? Okay,
is
I'm
it
just gonna-
between me and Aranar?
It's you and
Okay,
Cole.
we're the only ones who use it.
Oh, it's two.
Aranar doesn't use daggers.
Okay, I was just curious because she was interested in it, so I didn't know if she could use it.
If you wanted to see what it was, I think
Yeah.
specifically.
I mean, if you'd like to put yourself in contention, Aranar, you certainly can. I'm not stopping you.
I mean, technically I can
Right,
use
anyone
daggers,
can
but I
use
don't.
daggers.
You like shape shift, so like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
really
there.
feel like I need to have a
She-
dagger, so
she'll
I'm
be
not
a bear
gonna.
with a dagger in her mouth.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for me, so I don't mind.
Pretty much.
The baker could use it. They could use it to
Okay.
cook stuff. It's like a cooking knife.
Well, if it's just me and Cole,
Would you rather fight? Thank you,
before
Doc.
before we do this, I'm gonna motion for Cole to come off to the side, and we're gonna have a private conversation, and we're gonna talk this out. This is not something that I want the rest of the party to hear.
You think you will?
So
Wait, so Arano has the dagger in her hand right now.
yes,
Yeah. I'm just sort of like,
so I'm gonna.
So you two
Using
both
it to-
walked away, right?
We're
Everyone
gonna
else-
walk
I
to
mean,
the side.
you're not gonna like run away from us.
Mike.
You know, I mean, he might just
Cut
go
off.
invisible and bail. You don't know.
That would be very rogue, and I would like
would-
be very
We'll have to
envious.
get
of that.
favor. Guaranteed.
All right, so the two of you step off to the side, 10 feet off from the party.
All right. I'm gonna look at Cole, and I'm going to say, I have a proposition for you. Since
And what is
we
that?
both appear to be of the same, at least, mindset in terms of not jobs but interests, I think we should come to some sort of agreement. Something that's mutually beneficial. So we're not clashing the entire time.
What do you have in mind?
Honestly, I'm not really sure, but I thought I would propose at least that we come to some sort of truce and some sort of allyship. Would you be
It's easy to
interested in
say
that?
when you don't have a plan in place.
I mutter
My
to
concern.
no one in particular. Neither one of these people is going to be our leader because look at them over there. talking about that and all this stuff.
What do you say, Cole?
I'm an old man, so
My
I don't
concern is
really
that
Oh, the
Hey,
dog.
what are you-
Open your book.
my concern is that I agree to this and it ends up not being mutual.
Totally understandable, but that's the thing. I see this is going to be an issue if it continues the way that it does. So rather than pretend like we're mortal enemies, we obviously have enough in common to where we could really strike up some sort of strong allyship that could really benefit us and the rest of the team.
We can try. Take the
Is
dagger.
that-
That's all I'll say and walk away.
Oh, that I wasn't done talking. I wasn't done talking, and I motioned for him to come back over.
What
I
else?
don't really care who has the dagger. You can have it. I can have it. It doesn't really make any difference to me. I'm asking for something more than just a dagger here.
As long as you keep up your end of the bargain.
Sure. I mean, what would you like to know? Ask me questions. I'll come clean.
First of all, what was that when your hair changed?
That has to do with my race. I'm a changeling.
Am I familiar with that?
Not in such the sort of like more. Everyone's heard of changelings in that, like in the same way that everyone's heard of werewolves. So like you know that there are shapeshifters in the world. You being one of them, of course. So especially being a shifter, you probably paid a little more attention when people were talking
No
about
other-
races that would shift. Now you may not know the specifics of how or why she shifts, but you've definitely heard of changelings and that you are not so different.
But she doesn't. Yeah, okay. So she doesn't know that about me, though.
Right? Yeah, she doesn't know that you're a shifter.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I think I understand that a little bit more than you might think I would.
Oh,
You see,
really?
I'm a shifter, so yes.
Same thing. You know about
Perhaps,
shifters, blah blah blah.
Interesting.
so
Very
perhaps there are more similarities than we realize.
exactly.
Secondly, what happened with the coins?
Wearing these beads, there are certain powers I can try to use. One of them is within, and I point to the black onyx, this stone here.
How many are there on her?
On the necklace or
Yeah.
the accessory. Let's just call it an accessory.
Yeah. Yes.
Quite a few, maybe like a dozen.
What,
It looks
thought I was
extremely
okay.
expensive.
okay, I thought I was broken. No, I was wrong. Okay, go ahead. Listen.
I didn't say they all had powers.
Anywho, damn it, Randy, you could have just stopped.
Look, I didn't say they did all have powers or not. Like, who knows?
So basically, I saw that creature. It seemed to be the largest and the most dangerous. So I tried to assert Char's rightful control over it, since it is a creature of the Underdark. Sorry.
Well, in my eyes, Char has stolen from us. But
I
I
mean,
understand
I
that.
had no idea what would happen after I did it. I'm completely unaware of any sort of side effects that these actions have. So that one was very surprising and unfortunate.
Mm,
Given the fact that we
Unfortunate
all
indeed.
almost went down, though, I feel like at least we did divert it before it could do more damage.
Yes, but the coins. Very well.
I
We
understand.
can we can become allies so long as I feel that you're being
Wait,
honest with me. And with that, I'm going to.
No. This conversation is not over yet. I get to ask questions as well.
Mm.
So tell me about your mask.
From what I understand, it has 3 unique abilities. One being able to cast invisibility. The
Okay.
second being able to cast disguise. Forgot the actual
Self,
name of it.
disguise self.
Disguise self. And
Wonderful.
the
I
third
can
being
try as well. Not for mine, though. I can just
Hey Randy, can you
naturally
read
do
the
that.
So now, oh, yes, again.
and the third being a little bit more complicated, but basically whenever the mask is on, they will not remember anything significant about my appearance.
Very handy. All right. Fair
It
enough.
has its limitations, but it's nice.
Yes,
in
indeed. I
my
think
line of
given that we both have the ability to not only change our appearance, we can really disguise ourselves quite well. I can also disguise myself even in my voice. So if necessary, we could really help push forward our team under those circumstances. I don't know. I think this is going to be a good thing. I'm very pleased with this. But I just felt it necessary because obviously we both kind of want the same thing. So
what is it that you actually want?
wonderful question.
And now we get to it.
It's
Just a moment. Can all of you make a dexterity saving throw? All 5 of you. Okay. A
Poor Teddy.
a loud roar erupts from the direction, so like it's too far away for you to see, but the direction of the cave mouth where the gold and the oozes were, just super loud. Everyone, like momentarily jumps in surprise. Teddy, who was, I don't know, reading through his book, like startles and tosses the book into the sky, and it just vanishes into a puff of smoke. So huge roar right at that point in the conversation. That all happens. What do you do?
I suppose we'll pick this up at another time. What in the actual fuck is going on?
Teddy
No idea.
and
Like I say as I draw.
Teddy and Aranar, Corvia pulled a little bit of, I don't know, fuzz out of his pocket, waved his arms around, and then pointed at the cavern, and then that happened.
Oh.
I like to roll Arcana.
Seems like Corvia cast a spell.
What happened?
I don't know. There was a really loud sound in the cavern we just entered.
Is that all it was? Was a loud sound?
It
I mean,
sounded
I
like
don't
a
know.
roar.
I
We
don't
were
know
just
if we should.
there.
Yeah, maybe we should mosey on down a little bit further away.
Love.
I
He
guess
starts wondering.
so. Strange. I guess, are we moving? We're just
Yes.
gonna leave this platform? Okay. All right. Then I'm just gonna quickly tell Cole my shortened backstory.
Okay.
Well, since we're just moving along anyway.
Are you two
here's the
separating again, or are you saying this in the company of the party?
I guess I'm saying this in the company of the party.
Okay. The five
Which
of you
is-
regather, and you start heading down the stairs.
So, aside from the Wanderers being, somewhat curious to me, I recently found out that I had a brother that I did not know about, which, to be honest, isn't that unusual, but prior to my knowledge, I did not know that my mother had any other children other than myself. So, once I heard about this, I quickly wondered, where he was, because I wanted to reach out, and my mother told me that he too had become a wanderer and had gone missing. And this was some time ago, but she still had this scarf of his and gave it to me, and I'm pulling it out to show everybody, basically, to see if I could find him, if I could bring him back.
As she's explaining this, you make your way out of this, lush kind of cavern, back towards the exit where the stream flows out of this room back into the darkened caverns beyond. You are all struck with a kind of jarring sensation. Now, luckily, you can all see, so don't have to worry about who sees this and who doesn't. But the first thing that you really notice when you step out of here is something feels different. Something's not the same.
Does anybody else feel weird right now? Something's off? Different?
Yeah.
It's a little,
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
Do we-
Feels strange.
It is strange. Do we see anything?
Investigate?
Like perception rolls?
Night perception.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go with 5 perception rolls.
God, it hurts my heart to see such low perception.
Oh, even worse.
I'm so used to them being so much higher.
Yep. All right. So all the 12 pluses, so just everybody but Corvia. It takes a moment because you look around and it looks pretty much like you remember it. Cave walls, darkness, stream, and then finally it dawns on you. When you came in, the stream came from the right side. Now it flows to the left. And then you take a really good hard look around. The floor is different. It's dirt, not stone. This is a completely different room.
What? How did we get here?
That's
This
where
is
we're
not
gonna end today's session.
Okay.
questions.
Alright. Thanks for playing players. Thanks for watching watchers. Thanks for dogging dogs. We'll see y'all next time, or catch our other game on Thursdays. Have a lovely week. Do cool life stuff. Goodbye.